My name is Jay Chan, and welcome to the first ever Cambodian Town Virtual Parade and Culture Festival pre-show. I'm truly excited to be here, and to kick off the entire event, I would like to share with you guys my brand new original song, Cruise, which is directed by Willie P, starring Tisa Sampoa, and the music was produced by Vice-Mayor Dee. But first, here's some videos from my friends Supa and Votia and Kanchanachet.
Let's go, Votia and Supa. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. ក្រមុំស្រុកខ្មែរស្រុកខ្មែរស្រុកខ្មែរក្រមុំស្រុកខ្មែរស្អាតស្អាតយ៉ាងណាស់សូមគុំប្រកាន់ខ្ញុំនិយាយមិនសូវច្បាស់ខ្ញុំខ្មែរមិនផ្លាច់ជាភាសាខ្ញុំខ្មែរមិនផ្លាច់ជាភាសាខ្ញុំខ្មែរមិនផ្លាច់ជាភាសាស្រឡាញ់ខ្លាំងណាស់អូននេះខ្មែរហើយមកសូមស្កាប់ផងមកទេតាស្រស់មាសមេមានគូរនៅបាននៅមកសុំទៅផងប្រណីបងម្ដងផងទៅប្រតែឥឡូវបងនៅកំឡោះទេអូហយអូហយអូហយអ្នកក្រមុំស្រុកខ្មែរស្រស់ស្អាតខ្លាំងណាស់ឃើញភ្លៀមចង់ប៉ះអូនគ្រប់កន្លែងធ្វើម៉េចបានរត់នៅប្រឡែងអេធ្វើម៉េចបានរត់នៅប្រឡែងអេធ្វើម៉េចបានរត់នៅប្រឡែងដឹកដៃអូនលេងនៅមុខអង្គរសាងស្នេហ៍នៅមុខអង្គរដល់ស្រងបវរនៃស្នាដៃខ្មែរមើលគេមានគូគេឯមកវិញមានមាសស្នេហ៍មកដល់ស្រុកខ្មែរជួបស្នេហ៍ស្មោះស្ម័គ្រស្រុកខ្មែរស្រុកខ្មែរស្រុកខ្មែរក្រមុំស្រុកខ្មែរស្អាតស្អាតយ៉ាងណាស់សូមគុំប្រកាន់ខ្ញុំនិយាយមិនសូវច្បាស់ខ្ញុំខ្មែរមិនផ្លាច់ជាភាសាខ្ញុំខ្មែរមិនផ្លាច់ជាភាសាខ្ញុំខ្មែរមិនផ្លាច់ជាភាសាស្រឡាញ់ខ្លាំងណាស់អូននេះខ្មែរហើយមកសូមស្កាប់ផងមកទេតាស្រស់មាសមេមានគូរនៅបាននៅមកសុំទៅផងប្រណីបងម្ដងផងទៅប្រតែឥឡូវបងនៅកំឡោះទេអូហយអូហយអូហយអ្នកក្រមុំស្រុកខ្មែរស្រស់ស្អាតខ្លាំងណាស់ឃើញភ្លៀមចង់ប៉ះអូនគ្រប់កន្លែងធ្វើម៉េចបានរត់នៅប្រឡែងអេធ្វើម៉េចបានរត់នៅប្រឡែងអេធ្វើម៉េចបានរត់នៅប្រឡែងដឹកដៃអូនលេងនៅមុខអង្គរសាងស្នេហ៍នៅមុខអង្គរដល់ស្រងបវរនៃស្នាដៃខ្មែរមើលគេមានគូគេឯមកវិញមានមាសស្នេហ៍មកដល់ស្រុកខ្មែរជួបស្នេហ៍ស្មោះស្ម័គ្រស្រីស្រស់សាច់មាត់ស្លៀកសំពត់បត់ពាក់អាវបាំងផ្កាអូនណាស្រីស្រស់សាច់មាត់ស្លៀកសំពត់បត់ចេញចូលវត្តវាឃើញអូនភ្លាមបងចាប់ចិត្តស្នេហាសូមអូនមេត្តាឲ្យ account Facebook បងសូមរាប់អានផងណាក្រនឹងឆាតគ្នាលេងពេលអបសុខ
អ្នកកំឡុងសង្ហាអ្នកមកពីណាដាច់ដាបជាងប្រែឯអ្នកកំឡុងសង្ហាក្រនឺវាចាធ្វើឲ្យបាយឆ្អែងអ្នកក្នុងវត្តហាងដូចជាហួងហេតុមិន
បើជ្រុលនឹងធ្លាក់ហើយសុំរងត្រានត្រើយបងសុំចង់ភ្លួងបើជ្រុលនឹងធ្លាក់ហើយសុំរងត្រានត្រើយបងសុំចង់ភ្លួង
សំពប់ផងខ្ញុំនេះមិនមែនជ្រុងចាំអូនឲ្យភ្លុងរងជៀនបាយបិនសំរងណាមិនមែនជ្រុងចាំអូនឲ្យភ្លុងរងជៀនបាយបិនណែហើយមកពីណាមកពីណីហ្នឹងដូចព្រំដាច់តាមដល់ហើយ
បាទមកពីខ្ញុំឃ្លានពេកហ្នឹងឥឡូវសូមអនឡាញញ៉ាំបាយជាមួយមកពេលបានអត់
យីកុំខើពេកមើលណោះបាយវត្តអត់ខ្វះហេ
បាយវត្តក៏បានអត់តែណៃព្រមតែញ៉ាំជាមួយបងស្រីស្រស់សាច់ម៉ត់ស្លៀកសំពត់បត់ពាក់អាវបាំងកាអូនណាស្រីស្រស់សាច់ម៉ត់ស្លៀកសំពត់បត់ចេញចូលវត្តវាឃើញអូនភ្លាមបងចាប់ចិត្តស្នេហាសូមអូនមេត្តាឲ្យ account Facebook បងសូមរាប់អានផងណាក្រនឹងឆាតគ្នាលេងពេលអប់សុខ
អ្នកកំឡុងសង្ហាអ្នកមកពីណាដាច់ដាបជាងប្រៃអីអ្នកកំឡុងសង្ហាក្រនឺវាចាធ្វើឲ្យបាយឆ្អែតញ៉ៃក្នុងវត្តហាងដូចជាហួងហេតុមិនដល់ខែចាតទិញថ្លឹងដល់រួមតនខ្ជុំអ្នកប្រជុំប្រែមិនដល់ខែចាតទិញថ្លឹងដល់រួម
បើជ្រុលនឹងធ្លាក់ហើយសុំរងត្រានត្រើយបងសុំចង់ភ្លួងបើជ្រុលនឹងធ្លាក់ហើយសុំរងត្រានត្រើយបងសុំចង់ភ្លួង
សំទប់ផងខ្ញុំនេះមិនមែនជ្រុងចាំអូនឲ្យភ្លុងរងជៀនបាយបិនសំរងណាមិនមែនជ្រុងចាំអូនឲ្យភ្លុងរងជៀនបាយបិន
Wake up in the morning, cruise, pick you up at 7. You could be the star, I'll be your director. Lights, camera, action, baby, we can make a movie. Cruise, wake up in the morning, cruise, pick you up at 7. You could be the star, I'll be your director. Lights, camera, action, baby, we can make a movie. Bong dang, ថ្ងៃនេះយើងនឹងថតកុនឈរនឹងកុំអៀននៃប្រលឹងមកជួយរៀបចំកែវជីវ៉ាគឺជាភាពយន្តដែលអស្ចារ្យជាម្ចាស់ស្ត្រីនៅក្នុងបេះដូងបងក៏ជាព្រះរាមកាន់ដៃអូនឆ្លងជឿចោះណាស់មាសមេរៀមបំពេមិនឲ្យអូនព្រួយទេ Cruise, wake up in the morning, cruise, pick you up at 7. You could be the star, I'll be your director. Lights, camera, action, baby, we can make a movie. Cruise, wake up in the morning, cruise, pick you up at 7. You could be the star, I'll be your director. Lights, camera, action, baby, we can make a movie. ចូលឡើងដឹកអូនដើរលេងហើយដើរកំសាន្តហើយប្រានញញឹមស្រស់ស្អាតមកកលយានទុកកយបងថតឲ្យស្អាតទុកជាកាដូមិនប្រឹងក៏ស្អាត but girl I know you know ជាម្ចាស់ស្ត្រីនៅក្នុងបេះដូងបងក៏ជាព្រះរាមកាន់ដៃអូនឆ្លងជឿចោះណាស់មាសមេរៀមបំពេមិនឲ្យអូនព្រួយទេ Cruise, wake up in the morning, cruise, pick you up at 7. You could be the star, I'll be your director. Lights, camera, action, baby, we can make a movie. Cruise, wake up in the morning, cruise, cruise, pick you up at 7. You could be the star, I'll be your director. Lights, camera, action, baby, we can make a movie. Hey, bong you na me, but me and a rum doi bong dai. You go sang snare right away. From on rock, baby, tray. មិនអោយអង្គខ្វល់រឿងអ្វីពេលលូនចង់បានអីហាមមកប្រាប់បងមិនណាថ្លៃចង់ដើរទៅលេងនៅស្រុកក្រៅបងអាចជឿនបាននៅជីវ៉ាចង់ប៉ារីឬហុងកុងកូរ៉េខាងត្បូងណារៀមរាឲ្យតែអូនស្រួលចិនដាបានអូនមកជាសង្សារត្រង់អូនទៅក្នុងអត្តបជាសប្បាយខ្លាំងណាស់ Baby let's cruise in the morning, cruise, pick you up at 7. You could be the star, I'll be your director. Lights, camera, action, baby, we can make a movie.
Thank you guys all for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed my last video cruise, and I hope you guys can take on the cruise challenge. Please follow me on my Instagram, my Facebook, TikTok, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the post notification. Without further ado, I would like to welcome Philip and Banara, who will be going to kick off the event. Thank you. Much love.
Số sau đây, nhiều kênh từ vua, lô lục sau đây. Chúng chúng một Philip thống, chỉ kênh từ vua môi đỏ bật bạc na, nâng chia môi đạp hiệp đỏ thôm, nông tự đã chia bị thị cò, như thế này đi, số mỏ cùn. Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Philip Tong. It is indeed an honor and a pleasure to serve as your co-MC today.
Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vanara Tang. I too have the honor and privilege to serve as your co-MC today.
First, on behalf of Cambodia Town, Inc., we're delighted to welcome you. Thank you very much for joining us today to celebrate our first virtual Cambodia Town Parade and Culture Festival.
As you know, Cambodian Town, Inc. is a non-profit organization working hard to promote Cambodian custom, culture, and traditions.
So Cambodia Town, Inc., Chairman Satir San and Festival Committee Chair Director Richard San, also with their dedicated and amazing co-chair directors Monorom Neth and Rong Bi, certainly with all the committee members and the devoted board of directors have worked very hard to ensure that tradition, excitement, and fun will shine through this new virtual platform. Although guests won't be gathering in person today, the event will bring and gather the community together in spirit, celebrating our parade and culture festival.
I'm glad to see everyone is safe at home with family and friends, enjoying a special day watching the wonderful collection of Cambodian culture from both Cambodia and US. We know you are ecstatic to see the amazing beauty of the Khmer culture in the global scale. Cambodian community is part of the fabric culture diversity in Southern California, and Cambodian Town Inc. takes great pride in preserving our heritage and culture. Please enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, nor the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. No, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
សូមពួងទេវតារាំងសាមហាក្សត្រយើងឲ្យបានរុងរឿងដោយជ័យមង្គលសិរីសួស្តីយើងខ្ញុំព្រះអង្គសូមជ្រកក្រមលុបព្រះបារាមីនៃព្រះនរបតីវងក្សត្រាដែលសាងប្រាសាទថ្មគ្រប់គ្រងដែនខ្មែរបុរាណថ្កើងថ្កានប្រាសាទសីលាកំបាំងកណ្ដាលព្រៃគួរឲ្យស្រមៃនឹកដល់យោសាំងមហានគរជាតិខ្មែរដូចថ្មគង់វង្សនៅល្អរឹងប៉ឹងជុំហោយើងសង្ឃឹមពោភ័ព្វព្រេងសំណាងរបស់កម្ពុជាមហារដ្ឋកើតមានយូរអង្វែងហើយគ្រប់វត្តអារាមឮតែសូរស័ព្ទធម៌សូត្រដោយអំណររំលឹកគុណពុទ្ធសាសនាចូលយើងជាអ្នកជឿជាក់ស្មោះស្ម័គ្រតាមបែបដូនតាគង់តែទេវតានឹងជួយជ្រោមជ្រែងផ្គត់ផ្គង់ប្រយោជន៍ឲ្យដល់ប្រទេសខ្មែរជាមហានគរ
Next, I would like to present to you Rabam Buong Suong with Basay Alta. This dance is performed to pay respects to the heavenly deities when there is drought, poor harvest season, war, or social unrest in the nation. Hand movements, footsteps are in a form to induce rain for fertility to the land, peace and prosperity for the whole kingdom. Historically, it was a part of secret ritual intended to please the ancient gods and their earthly representatives, the ancient kings. In modern times, it is more a ceremonial in nature, like welcoming foreign dignitaries during their visits.
ตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะสัพเพเทวีบพิตรเทวดาទាំងឡាយទាំងពួងតថន្តតាเกียยันโตอัมโปธิเยมุเลสังฆานังนันเทวันทโนเอรังทวันวิจโยหาวิจยาสัจยามังกัมเลอัปปาราจิตาปาลังเกไสเสปัทวิปาภเรอภิเสเกสัมปะปุญเทียนังอาญาปะตาปะเมาตะเตสุนังคาตังสมังกัลยังสุปเพียตังสหันเทตังสุขนาสมหันตาจัสยันตังพระมจาริสุปเตียเทนังกายกรรมังเวจากรรมังปเตียเทนังปเตียเทนังมโนกรรมังปณิทิเตปเตียเทนาปเตียเทนานิกาตวานลพันตเตปเตียเทเน
Welcome to virtual Cambodia Town Parade and Cultural Festival. Before we start, let us now pray. សូមស្វាគមន៍ចូលរួមក្នុងពិធីដង្ហែរបស់ទីក្រុងខ្មែរនៅ Long Beach ហើយនឹងបុណ្យវឌ្ឍនធម៌ខ្មែរសូមឲ្យយើងបានសម្រួមចិត្តអធិដ្ឋានមុននឹងយើងចាប់ផ្ដើម Heavenly Father, who art in heaven, you are the creator of the universe and the human being. We thank you, Lord, for gathering us together to watch this event. I pray, O Lord, that you will bless the committee who organized this festivity or this parade, and also pray for all the leaders as well. Lord, bless the members of the community in Cambodia town and also in Long Beach City as a whole, of the state and of the nation of the United States of America. Lord, we thank you. We pray that you will bestow hope, love, and faith to each and every one of us so we can understand and love one another to live harmoniously in a community or city and a country. And Lord, we also pray for the people, our brothers and sisters in Cambodia as well, and the leader. Lord, we thank you for answering our prayer. We pray all this in Jesus' name. ព្រះបិតាទូលគុំសូមអរគុណទ្រង់នៅពេលទូលគុំទាំងអស់គ្នាបានចូលមកមើលឬក៏ប្រជុំក្នុងពិធីបុណ្យដង្ហែប្រចាំឆ្នាំរបស់ទីក្រុងខ្មែរនៅ Long Beach ហើយនឹងបុណ្យវឌ្ឍនធម៌ខ្មែរសូមព្រះអង្គបានប្រទានពរដល់អ្នកដឹកនាំគ្រប់រូបព្រះអង្គអើយសូមទ្រង់បាននាំគេបានប្រទាននៅប្រាជ្ញាក៏ទូលបង្គំសូមអធិដ្ឋានដល់សមាជិកនៃទីក្រុងខ្មែរ Long Beach បានទទួលនៅសេចក្តីស្រឡាញ់សេចក្តីសង្ឃឹមហើយនឹងសេចក្តីជំនឿផងដែរមិនតែនៅក្នុង Long Beach Cambodia Town តែនៅក្នុងទីក្រុង Long Beach ទាំងមូលនៅក្នុងរដ្ឋទាំងមូលហើយនឹងប្រទេសសហរដ្ឋផងដែរ ទូលគុំសូមអធិដ្ឋានដល់បងប្អូនដល់នៅស្រុកខ្មែរអ្នកដឹកនាំគ្រប់រូបសូមឲ្យទូលពួកខ្ញុំទាំងគ្នាបានទទួលនៅសេចក្តីសង្ឃឹមសេចក្តីស្រឡាញ់និងជំនឿក្នុងព្រះអង្គទូលពួកខ្ញុំសូមអរគុណហើយទូលសូមគ្រប់ការទាំងអស់ដោយនៅព្រះនាមព្រះអម្ចាស់ព្រះយេស៊ូវគ្រីស្ទអាមែន
Assalamu alaikum. May the peace and blessing of God be upon you all. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير. O mankind, we have created you from a male and a female and made you into nations and tribes so that you may know one another. Verily, the most honorable of you in the sight of God is the one who are the most pious of you. Verily, Allah, God is all-knowing, all-aware. May God bless you all. សួស្តីឆ្នាំថ្មីក្នុងឱកាសពិធីបុណ្យចូលឆ្នាំខ្មែរឆ្នាំ2020នេះក្នុងនាមខ្ញុំបាទតំណាងឲ្យសហគមន៍ខ្មែរឥស្លាមប្រចាំសន្តាអាណាសូមប្រសិទ្ធពរជ័យឲ្យនាំមកនៅស្រីសួស្តីប្រកបដោយសុភមង្គលវិបុលសុខនិងសំពីអល់ឡោះព្រះជាម្ចាស់សូមផ្ដល់នូវប្រសិទ្ធពរជ័យទាំង4ប្រការគឺអាយុវណ្ណៈសុខៈពលៈស្មើនឹងពាក្យអ៊ីស្លាមគឺបរកាត់រ៉ហ្មាត់ស្លាម៉ាត់អាហ្វីយ៉ាត់សូមឲ្យកើតមានឡើងដល់លោកអ្នកនិងបងប្អូនជនរួមជាតិខ្មែរយើងទាំងអស់គ្រប់ទិសទីកុំបីឃ្លានឡើយសូមអរគុណ
1800 years ago, Rav would say this prayer every day. Yehi ratzon milefanecha Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu shetachadesh aleinu et hashana hazot l'tova v'livracha v'tihiten lanu chayim arukim chayim shel shalom chayim shel tova chayim shel bracha chayim shel parnasah chayim shel chilutz atzamot חיים שיש בהם יראת שמיים ויראת חטא, חיים שאין בכם בושה וכלימה, חיים של אושר וכבוד, חיים שתחייבנו, אהבת תורה ויראת שמיים, חיים שימלאו משאלות ליבנו, Letova, Amen, Selah. May it be your will, Adonai our God and God of our ancestors, to reawaken in us joy and blessing in the year ahead. Grant us long life, a peaceful life with goodness and blessing, sustenance and physical vitality, a life of reverence and piety, a life free from shame and reproach, a life of abundance and honor, a reverent life guided by the love of study, a life in which our worthy aspirations will be fulfilled. Amen.
It is my great honor to welcome you to the virtual Cambodia Town Parade and Culture Festival from the city of Long Beach, California, home to the largest population of Cambodians outside of Southeast Asia and the first Cambodia town in the United States of America. Cambodia Town has made great efforts to preserve and promote Khmer culture while cultivating the social and economic well-being of residents and businesses in Long Beach for over a decade. I'm very proud of Cambodia Town, Inc. for taking the lead in preserving our heritage and culture. As many of you know, for several years, we were unable to celebrate parade along Anaheim Street in Long Beach due to a lack of funding. In response to the community request, we were able to raise enough funding to bring back the full parade this year. Unfortunately, COVID-19 happened, and we had no choice but to cancel the traditional Cambodia Town Parade and Culture Festival. Having said that, COVID-19 cannot stop us from celebrating our rich culture, and we have found an alternative way to showcase this event. The board of Cambodia Town Inc. decided to have a virtual Cambodia Town Parade and Culture Festival, although it was not an easy task. This event opens up opportunity to new organizations to participate and brings our culture to an international audience. This year, a virtual Cambodia Town Parade and Culture Festival will showcase our theme, the spirit of Apsara. Apsara are the Khmer celestial dancer, commonly depicted in Khmer mythology, are seen on the intricate stone wall carving that adorned the world-renowned Angkor Wat temple in the Kingdom of Cambodia. In 2003, the Apsara dance was put on United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization UNESCO list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity, and today we celebrate it. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my boards, even co-chair, Mr. Manoromnath and Mr. Rongbi, committee members, volunteers, donors, and sponsors for helping us making this virtual event possible. As the chairman of Cambodia Town Inc., I want to congratulate all the Grand Marshal for 2020. You all deserve to be recognized for your undying commitment to our community and city of Long Beach. To our audience, we are glad that you are all safe and healthy and are able to join us today in these festivities. Gather with your friends and loved ones, or maybe host a watch party. Grab your popcorn, drinks, and sit back and enjoy this presentation of our culture from both Long Beach, California, and Phnom Penh, Kingdom of Cambodia. We send our best wish to everyone and hope you had a belated happy Khmer New Year and Phnom Penh holiday. Enjoy the show. Chum Riep Lia.
Hey everyone, this is Mayor Robert Garcia, and I want to welcome you to this virtual Cambodia Town Parade and Festival. Now, we know obviously we are in a very unique time that's bringing us together in different ways, but we really want people to enjoy just the amazing beauty of Cambodia, of the music, the dancing, and what an amazing culture Cambodia and our Cambodian community is all about. Being someone that really believes that our Cambodia town, Cambodian community is one of the best parts about our city. I've had a chance to visit Cambodia, and it's a very incredibly special place. So I hope you all participate in this virtual parade and festival. and remember that, that this culture, these people are amazing, and they make not just our city, but our country an amazing place to live. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce you, Bonnie Leventhal, to introduce Pin Piet Ensemble.
I'm honored to be here with all of you today on this very special occasion. The Cambodian community of Long Beach holds a very special place in my heart, and it's such a pleasure to be part of a wonderful event like this. In the 1990s, I was managing the Art of Apsara program alongside the United Cambodian Community Organization. This program included an art gallery and Khmer traditional music. This is where I was first exposed to the Pin Piet Orchestra. The Pin Piet Orchestra is a music ensemble made up of wind and percussion instruments, including Khmer xylophones, gongs, quadruple reed oboes, drums, and finger cymbals. The Pin Piet Ensemble has performed the ceremonial music of the royal courts and temples of Cambodia since ancient times. It also accompanies Khmer classical dance, mask theater, and shadow puppet theater like you are witnessing in this program. Today, I am honored to introduce to you a very special Pin Piet performance from the Funan Art School in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. The piece is called Sarama Belchorn and is traditionally performed in Lakan Cowl masked theater. This scene depicts a battle between Yek, the giant, and Hanuman, the monkey king, from Cambodia's epic poem, the Rim Khe, which is derived from the Ramayana. Please enjoy the show.
Next, we will have story of Cambodian parade in Long Beach and Cambodian shadow puppet.
Since 2005, Cambodia Town Inc., CAMCC, and other organizations produced the Cambodian New Year Parade. This was the first Cambodian parade outside Cambodia. It has served as a unifying force for the Cambodians of Long Beach.
It's a massive undertaking to coordinate a parade, requiring hundreds of volunteers and tens of thousands of dollars. Each year, a dedicated group of Cambodians work on this.
The night before the first parade, it rained, and it wouldn't stop raining. We thought the parade was doomed. But less than an hour before the start of the parade, the sky cleared up and the sun came out.
This is a wonderful day in the city of Long Beach. Our Cambodian community is having its first parade. People are excited. There are people all over each side of the street, and we are delighted that this is happening finally in our city. We're very proud of this day.
It gives me cold chill to this day. People start showing up along the street in the hundreds. I remember riding in a car and seeing thousands of adults and children waving their Cambodian and American flags. They were so proud for both cultures. Many of us were moved to tears watching the Apsara dancers and Pinpit musicians marching down the street. Over the years, we had a lot of different themes and beautiful floats that took hundreds of volunteers to make. The themes have included Lakhaun Khao and the kings of the Khmer Empire, such as Jay Varaman VII, Surya Varaman II, and even the founder of the Khmer Empire in the 1st century, Queen Soma.
From that time, we worked even harder to ensure that the next generation of Cambodian Americans would have the opportunity to understand and take pride in their cultural roots. In 2008, Dr. Sue Needham started the Cambodia Town Culture Festival. This all-day event started where the parade ended. It showcased handicrafts, music, traditional arts, and dance. Many community-based organizations joined to educate and inform the attendees.
Long Beach is one of the most culturally diverse cities in the United States, and these two events made Cambodian culture accessible to everyone. Over the years, parade participants have included Samoa, African Americans, Laotian, Hmong, Chinese, Latino American, Japanese, and the Aztec groups, to name a few. The parade has always been about unity within our own communities, and it was wonderful to see many communities joining in.
Long Beach is the home of the largest population of Cambodians outside of Southeast Asia. For years, a group of us wanted the heart of the Cambodian area of Long Beach to be designated as Cambodia Town, the first in the world. Despite our efforts, we couldn't get the needed support from the community or city hall. The parade changed things. It showed the city how a Cambodian event could unite the different Cambodian businesses and organizations. It highlighted our community in a very public way.
I feel great because knowing that this is our first annual parade and showing that Cambodian society do have a powerful community where we can all pull together and make a wonderful parade.
Thank you very much.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On July 3, 2007, Cambodian Town officially became a designated business and cultural district within the city of Long Beach. It took 7 long years of hard work to convert the city of Long Beach. We didn't do this alone. It involved organizing from a variety of Cambodian community members and other organizations. But honestly, it was the parade that showed the city the uniqueness of the Cambodians. Some years there wasn't enough funding, so the parade was held on a much smaller scale along a residential street. This was the case for the past few years, but we were determined in 2020 to bring the parade back in full force. We wanted to see it once again along Anaheim Street in the heart of Cambodian town.
Next year, I promise you individuals, we're not going to have a parade here in the park. We're going to go up and down Anaheim. We're going to take all of Anaheim. And we're going to let the city know we're just as much of this city as all the other cultures we have in the city of Long Beach. So you guys get ready for the big parade next year. That's right. You know, when Mr. Andrews said, we'll get it done.
Then the COVID-19 struck. We were forced to cancel the parade and festival for the first time in 15 years. But we did not give up. We will carry on our proud tradition by doing our first virtual parade and culture festival. The spirit of Apsara was to be the theme for 2020.
In Khmer mythology, the Apsaras were born from the battle between the dazzled and Apsaras, which is referred to as the churning of the sea of milk. Mera, the queen of Apsaras, is dressed in white as a symbol of purity, represents the ideal Khmer woman. She is believed to be the mother of all Khmers. Another legend tells of the union between Mera and a Brahmin named Kampu. Together, they founded the kingdom of Khmer or Kampuchea. For dancers, performing the Apsara dance and as Mera is a huge honor and is not taken lightly. I believe all Khmer women inhabit the spirit of Apsara as it is embedded in our origins. For me, Apsara is a symbol of peace, beauty, and resilience.
This year, to honor the spirit of Apsara, we ask for volunteers who are not real dancers to perform. They would march in the parade while doing simple dance movements. The elaborate Apsara costume would be authentically made in Cambodia by the best artisans and shipped here, specifically tailored for each woman. It would be their opportunity and honor to be an Apsara for one day in their life.
To me, being an Apsara is to be graceful, powerful, and beautiful. And for me, it was an opportunity to step outside of myself, my comfort zone, and to embrace my femininity and showcase the beauty of the Cambodian culture.
So it was really important for me to be an Apsara in this year's parade because when I was younger, I used to be a dancer myself. But I started off performing Opalokai and Jumbo, and so I always got really excited and I admired all the older girls that got to perform Apsara because it's such a revered role in the dance community. So when you first think of Cambodian classical dance, the first thing you think of is Apsara. So I just feel very fortunate that I get to be in this event and I get to perform and dress in full costume.
When the parade was canceled, I was really disappointed. My daughter is a dancer and she was actually going to perform the Apsara for the parade, and so it was an opportunity for the both of us to dress up together. And so that's 2 generations of Cambodian American dressed up and representing our culture, so we were really disappointed when it was canceled.
Once Cambodia Town Inc. decided to put together a virtual festival and culture parade, we decided on a plan. The group would perform a very simple dance for the video, and the ladies would be an Apsara for that day.
ខ្ញុំមានមោទនភាពណាស់ដែលខ្ញុំអាចចូលរួមបានក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះហើយក៏កិត្តិយសមួយសម្រាប់រូបខ្ញុំដែរបានចូលរួមជាមួយក្រុមអប្សរាក្រុមខ្មែរខ្ញុំមិនដែលនឹកឃើញថាខ្ញុំអាចក្លាយជាអប្សរាក្នុងវ័យនេះទេខ្ញុំជាម្ដាយដែលមានកូន6នាក់និងជាដូនមានចៅ7នាក់ទៀតខ្ញុំចង់បង្ហាញដល់ពិភពលោកថាយើងអាចធ្វើអ្វីៗក៏បានដែរប្រសិនបើយើងពិតជាចង់ធ្វើមែន
So being an Apsara in front of an international audience, I feel very humbled and very grateful. I know it takes a lot of work and discipline to even become a dancer and to even perform as an Apsara. So for me, this is like a visual display of my appreciation and love for my community, not just in Long Beach, but for my community abroad as well, my peers and family overseas. So I'm really excited to do this performance.
ដាច់ព្រះនរីរាមាបានតូចឃើញរាជាក្របីស្រីហនុមានត្រឡប់អំពីជូននាងពុញ្ញកាយដូច្នោះហើយបរមក្សត្រត្រានត្រើយបាយបៀងឈ្មៀងប្រណីនេត្រាទូទៅរាជានៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំនៅក្មេងខ្ញុំទៅប្រាសាទខ្ញុំឃើញចម្លាក់ថ្មស្អាតហើយទៅខ្ញុំសម័យហ្នឹងពីដើមគេធ្វើមិនបានដល់ប៉ុណ្ណឹងហើយឃើញសំណង់ប្រាសាទធំអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំថាអូប៉ាកែសុកយើងពីដើមអញ្ចឹងដល់ពេលហ្នឹងទៅខ្ញុំគិតថាខ្ញុំចង់ធ្វើដែរខ្ញុំចង់ឲ្យសម័យហ្នឹងវាកើតឡើងឬក៏ខ្ញុំចង់ឲ្យខ្លួនឯងហ្នឹងរស់នៅក្នុងសម័យហ្នឹងថាវាអស្ចារ្យយ៉ាងម៉េចអញ្ចឹងណាខ្ញុំបាទឈ្មោះសុនសារាខ្ញុំជាសិល្បករផ្នែកចម្លាក់ស្បែកបុរាណឬក៏យើងអាចហៅថាល្ខោនស្រមោលស្បែកធំឬស្បែកតូចមូលហេតុដែលបណ្ដាលឲ្យខ្ញុំស្រឡាញ់ផ្នែកចម្លាក់ស្បែកហ្នឹងគឺដោយសារតែខ្ញុំទទួលបានឥទ្ធិពលពីស្រុកកំណើតរបស់ខ្ញុំផ្ទាល់ដោយសារខ្ញុំជាអ្នកខេត្តសៀមរាបប្រាសាទនៅជុំវិញមានសម្រស់ស្រស់ស្អាតដោយចម្លាក់និងការសាងសង់ធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ថាខ្ញុំស្រឡាញ់ផ្នែកសិល្បៈអញ្ចឹងទៅបានជាខ្ញុំចេះតែស្វែងរកថាធ្វើម៉េចបានខ្លាចជាសិល្បករហើយបន្តមកទៀតខ្ញុំបន្តការសិក្សាផ្នែកគំនូរវិចិត្រកម្មហើយបន្ទាប់មកខ្ញុំបានដឹងថាខ្លួនឯងខ្លាចជាសិល្បករអាជីពផ្នែកចម្លាក់ស្បែកហ្នឹងនិងល្ខោនស្រមោលស្បែកនៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំចាប់ផ្ដើមដឹកនាំតម្លើងសាច់រឿងនៅ Bamboo Stage ខ្ញុំជាប្រធានក្រុមតម្លើងសាច់រឿងនិងដឹកនាំការសម្ដែងចាប់ពី2015រហូតដល់បច្ចុប្បន្នត្រាក៏មានថយពីទីកននឹងឡើងគង់លើពីជ័យរដ្ឋាភិបាលបោឈួតចតតែទីសមរភូមិជ័យបានដូចជាដំណាក់ប្រាស្រ័យបាទនៅស្រុកខ្មែរយើងល្ខោនស្រមោលស្បែកយើងបែងចែកជាពីរធំទី1គឺជាល្ខោនស្រមោលស្បែកធំជាប្រភេទល្ខោនសក្ការៈបូជាដែលយើងសម្ដែងផ្ដោតទៅលើសាសនាព្រហ្មញ្ញសាសនាដែលយើងដកស្រង់ក្នុងរឿងរាមកេរ្តិ៍សូសាយមណហេទេត្រជាក់សត្វនើថ្លៃត្រង់លាក់អួលអង្គវិយោគសហកាហើយលក្ខណៈសម្គាល់នៃល្ខោនស្បែកធំជាល្ខោនដែលយើងឆ្លាក់អំពីស្បែកគោមួយផ្ទាំងដែលមានទំហំចាប់ពី1ម៉ែត្រឬក៏ជួនកាលអាចនឹងគៀកទៅដល់2ម៉ែត្រ4ជ្រុងចំណែកឯល្ខោនស្រមោលមួយទៀតគឺយើងហៅថាល្ខោនស្រមោលស្បែកតូចគឺជាប្រភេទស្រមោលល្ខោនស្រមោលដែលមានកាយវិការបើសិនជារូបមនុស្សគឺត្រង់មាត់ហ្នឹងគឺអាចនិយាយបានហើយក្នុងការសម្ដែងគឺយើងសម្ដែងល្ខោនស្រមោលស្បែកតូចហ្នឹងសម្រាប់រឿងកំប្លុកកំប្លែងរឿងប្រជាប្រិយឬក៏ជាប្រភេទរឿងទាក់ទងនឹងជីវភាពរបស់ប្រជាជនខ្មែរយើងសម័យដើមនៅតាមទីជនបទជាពិសេសល្ខោនស្រមោលស្បែកឬក៏ចម្លាក់ស្បែកហ្នឹងគឺមានអត្ថន័យខ្លាំងណាស់សម្រាប់ខ្ញុំដែលជាសិល្បករពីព្រោះវាបានបង្ហាញអំពីការអត់ធ្មត់ខិតខំធ្វើស្នាដៃមួយហ្នឹងឲ្យមានភាពស្រស់ស្អាតទាំងពេលវេលាទាំងការអត់ធ្មត់ទាំងឧបសគ្គជាច្រើនដែលអាចកើតមានឡើងប៉ុន្តែសិល្បករនៅតែស្រឡាញ់នៅតែពេញចិត្តក្នុងការធ្វើការងារហ្នឹងដោយសារតែសេចក្តីស្រឡាញ់ចេញពីខាងក្នុងជាមួយនឹងចំណង់ចំណូលចិត្តរបស់ខ្លួនឯង
really focused on, which is the blessing ceremony and other spiritual ceremonies that really help Cambodians, to feel that we respect their culture, that we understand their culture and traditions.
For many of our clients, the spiritual beliefs that they had were the only thing that allowed them to have some type of hope to live.
When you come to the States, your sense of culture and identity gets shaken. You're trying to find any place to reestablish that. That's why the temple, the church, the mosque, or what have you, is always a place, the first thing that gets established.
In the Cambodian culture, if you go to a Cambodian parent's house, the first thing they do is offer you food. By doing that, they're able to feel good about themselves. To give our clients that opportunity to be the lead chef, teach a skill, and give other people food really help them to feel better about themselves.
The Ink program has allowed me to help clients regain that wonder that they've somehow lost or forgotten in the midst of all the trauma that they've experienced.
Next, we're pleased to present to you the Grand Marshals. We have 6 Grand Marshals that we presented throughout the program. First, we'd like to introduce you to Dee Andrews, who has served as a city councilman of the 6th District of Long Beach for over 12 years. In addition, he was elected to the City Council as the Vice Chair in 2018. Dee was a key supporter of Cambodia Town official designation and pushed for the placement of Cambodia Town street signs. Dee also fighting hard for future economic growth of Cambodia Town by providing funding to assist the Midtown Business Improvement District and continue to acknowledge the important impacts the Cambodian community has had on Long Beach. In addition to assisting the business aspects of Cambodia Town, Dee has provided funding for many cultural events that include the Cambodia Town Night Market, the Cambodian Town Cultural Festival, and the Cambodian New Year Parade. Please welcome Dee Andrews.
I am Vice Mayor and the 6th District Councilman Dee Andrews. It is a great pleasure to be recognized as a Grand Marshal for this event and to congratulate Cambodia Town Inc. for launching the first virtual Cambodian Town Parade and Cultural Festival here in Long Beach, California. We are home to the largest Cambodian American community in the United States of America. For over a decade, Cambodia Town has made great efforts to preserve, promote traditional cultures, customs while cultivating the social and economic well-being of residents and businesses in Long Beach. This year, this parade is no different except for the virtual factors. Enjoy the view, and I'm sending my best wishes to all Cambodians and Cambodians and American families. And I wish you a prosperous year and good health. Chom Rip Lia, Okon.
Next, we would like to present Art of Apsara, Chamring Trajechet, Cambodian Silver and Handicraft, and Cambodian Community Archive projects right here in Long Beach.
Next, I'd like to present to you my favorite dance, Art of Apsara. This is a classic traditional dance. It is the most well-known and recognized and loved Khmer dance throughout the world. The costume, the jewelry, and the smiling dancers proudly present classic Khmer lady characters. The rich Khmer culture and heritage. Please enjoy the dance.
สบายไงนี้อ่อนสบายchân đá ơi khăn chiết ơi bỏ pha đông nông xuân bà nàng bên chất bà nàng bên chất trẻ na kiêng tọt xuống ច្បា ជាតិណាជ្រៀតណាធ្លាំងអើយសួវិមានចិនដាស្មានមេត្រីដោយក្តីស្ម័គ្រ ចិត្តប្រងជួងចោម
អ
លែងទេព្រោះតែស្នេហ៍បានដូចបំណត្រជាងចិនព្រោះនួនល្អងអូនស្គាល់ច្បាស់ចិនបងថាបងត្រូវការយ៉ាងណា
ត្រជាក់ចិត្តកូនឡងព្រោះได้បងចិត្តថ្នមស្នេហាមិនឲ្យអូនព្រួយចិនតាទោះជាខុសយ៉ាងណាក៏មងមេត្តាជានិច្ច
រឿងស្នេហ៍យើងពីរនាក់ចងចាំជាងមិនភ្លេចយើងធ្លាប់មើលសូរិយារៀបលេង
អូនចាំជានិច្ចមិនភ្លេចដោយណាបងណា
សែនត្រជាងចិត្តក្រៃនឹកស្រមៃដល់ថ្ងៃស្នេហាស្នេហ៍ស្មោះលួអស់សងខាមិនកែប្រែចិន្តាសាវ៉ាចោលស្នេហាឡើយ ត្រជាចិត្តម្លែងទេព្រោះតែស្នេហ៍បានដូចបំណត្រជាងចិនព្រោះនួនល្អងអូនស្គាល់ច្បាស់ចិនបងថាបងត្រូវការយ៉ាងណា
ត្រជាក់ចិត្តកូនឡងព្រោះได้បងចិត្តថ្នមស្នេហាមិនឲ្យអូនព្រួយចិនតាទោះជាខុសយ៉ាងណាក៏មងមេត្តាជានិច្ច
រឿងស្នេហ៍យើងពីរនាក់ចងចាំជាងមិនភ្លេចយើងធ្លាប់មើលសូរិយារៀបលេង
អូនចាំជានិច្ចមិនភ្លេចដោយណាបងណា
សែនត្រជាងចិត្តក្រៃនឹកស្រមៃដល់ថ្ងៃស្នេហាស្នេហ៍ស្មោះលួអស់សងខាមិនកែប្រែចិន្តាសាវ៉ាចោលស្នេហាឡើយ
ខ្ញុំឈ្មោះដេនម៉ាស់នៅភូមិពោតូចឃុំកំពង់ហ្លួងស្រុកពញាលឺខេត្តកណ្ដាលហើយក៏ជាប្រធានសមាគមសិប្បកម្មភូមិចម្លាក់ប្រាក់ឃុំកំពង់ហ្លួងនិងឃុំកោះចិននៅក្នុងភូមិនេះគឺ 70% អ្នកដែលប្រកបអាជីពផ្នែកចម្លាក់នឹងពីព្រោះពួកគាត់អត់មានស្រែចម្ការធ្វើទេគាត់ធ្វើតែរបរនឹងឯងហើយខ្ញុំស្រឡាញ់អាជីព ឃើញពួកគាត់ធ្វើអញ្ចឹងគឺខ្ញុំខំប្រឹងប្រែងមានទុនទាំងប្រមាណហ្នឹងគឺខ្ញុំដាក់ទុនជាមួយពួកគាត់ហើយខ្ញុំក៏ចេះជាងដែរក៏ចេះធ្វើដែរក៏អញ្ចឹងហៅពួកគាត់មកធ្វើនៅផ្ទះអ្នកខ្លះក៏ខ្ញុំឲ្យធ្វើនៅតាមផ្ទះរបស់គាត់ខ្ញុំស្រឡាញ់ខ្ញុំភ័យខ្លាចបាត់បង់ស្នាដៃពួកគាត់នេះ ចាស់ហ្នឹងដែលគាត់ខំប្រឹងពីនោះមកដល់នេះហើយអត់មានអ្នកជួយទ្រាំទ្រគាត់ណាសប្ងៃគាត់នៅបង្កខ្ញុំថាជួយរកជំនួយអីបង្កើតជាមជ្ឈមណ្ឌលអីទៅដើម្បីពួកគាត់ហ្នឹងមកចង់ឲ្យបរិញ្ញាក្មេងៗឲ្យចេះដែរព្រោះគាត់ចាស់អស់ហើយយើងភ័យខ្លាចគាត់ចាស់ទៅគាត់ទៅបាត់ទៅគាត់យកទៅអស់អញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំគោលបំណងសំខាន់របស់ខ្ញុំគឺខ្ញុំចង់បង្កើតមជ្ឈមណ្ឌល ចាខ្ញុំចង់កើតជាមណ្ឌលដើម្បីអធិរៈអាផ្នែកចម្លាក់នឹងកុំឲ្យបាត់បង់ទៅអនាគតទៅកុំឲ្យបាត់បង់ចា
គ
ពីដើមមានព្រះមហាក្សត្រមកតាមសំពៅសំប៉ានយើងតាមទន្លេហ្នឹងមានកំពង់លួងគេមួយសម្រាប់ស្ដេចលួងហើយគេមានរោងមួយខ្ញុំនឹងនិយាយខ្ញុំប្រាប់ម៉ាក់ខ្ញុំប្រាប់ខ្ញុំតអញ្ចឹងណាអញ្ចឹងគេប្រមូលជាងចាស់ហ្នឹងដែលមានស្នាដៃឲ្យមកបញ្ចេញស្នាដៃមិនថាខាងកលាភាជឬខាងចម្លាក់ទេអញ្ចឹងវាមានប្រជាជននៅក្នុងភូមិហ្នឹងមានចាស់ហ្នឹងគាត់មើលទឹកដៃគាត់ចេះមើលទឹកដៃណាស្អាតអញ្ចឹងក៏គេអ្នកដែលមានលុយសេដ្ឋីអ្នកមានលុយហ្នឹងគេទិញថ្វាយព្រះមហាក្សត្រអញ្ចឹងកន្លែងហ្នឹងដែលក្រុមគ្រួសារខ្ញុំដូចតមកឃើញអញ្ចឹងក៏ចេះចាប់ផ្ដើមបន្តគ្នាអញ្ចឹងដែរនឹងខាងក្រុមគ្រួសារខ្ញុំហើយដល់ភូមិហ្នឹងគឺគាត់ប្រកបតែអាជីពចម្លាក់ហ្នឹងឯងប្រុសតម្លើងជារូបមកស្រីៗដាក់ក្បាច់ទៅហើយចំណេះដឹងហ្នឹងដូចគាត់ចេះពីក្នុងខ្លួនគាត់មកហ្មងណាក្រុមគ្រួសារខ្ញុំអ្នកផ្ដើមគំនិតគឺម្ដាយរបស់ខ្ញុំដើរទិញរបស់ដែលវត្ថុពីដើមសល់ចាស់ពីដើមខ្ញុំដើរទិញតាមគ្រប់ខេត្តហើយខ្ញុំមានម៉ួយខ្ញុំឲ្យដើរទិញយកមកលក់ឲ្យខ្ញុំគឺខ្ញុំទិញយកហើយខ្ញុំដេញចាក់ជាគ្រាប់ដល់ម៉ាក់ខ្ញុំថាគាត់អត់ឲ្យដេញទេគាត់អត់ឲ្យវាយកពិតចូលឡឯងអញ្ចឹងគាត់ឲ្យអាណាល្អគាត់ឲ្យជួសជុលហើយដល់អញ្ចឹងម៉ាក់ខ្ញុំថាអញ្ចឹងប្រមូលល្អនឹងទុកតែស្រុកគេល្អស្រុកគេសានត្រានទៅរបស់ហ្នឹងមានតម្លៃវិញហ្នឹងគឺពិតមែនជាមានតម្លៃអញ្ចឹងកន្លែងហ្នឹងដែលខ្ញុំស្រឡាញ់ណាគេឲ្យតម្លៃណារបស់យើងអូនទៅថៃរបស់ដែលពីដើមមកជំនាន់ហ្នឹង1គីឡូ 5G ហើយរបស់បុរាណហ្នឹងវាឡើង5តលឹង1គីឡូជំនាន់ហ្នឹងជំនាន់ចាយមាសអញ្ចឹងស្រឡាញ់ហើយឥឡូវហ្នឹងខ្ញុំចង់ឲ្យបានដោយស្នាដៃហ្នឹងឲ្យគង់វង្សកុំឲ្យវាបាត់បង់ណារាល់ថ្ងៃនេះដែលខ្ញុំជួយជាងខ្ញុំសម្លឹងមើលទឹកដៃយើងអាចជួយទាំងអស់បានទេពីព្រោះទីផ្សារយើងវាចង្អៀតណាអូនអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំសម្លឹងមើលទឹកដៃជាងណាដែលទឹកដៃល្អគឺយើងរក្សាគាត់អត់ឲ្យគាត់អត់ការងារធ្វើទេទោះបីរបស់នឹងធ្វើទៅលក់មិនដាច់អីក៏ដោយក៏យើងត្រូវតែឲ្យគាត់ធ្វើដែរក្នុងនាមខ្ញុំជាអ៊ីស្លាមហើយជាស្ត្រីមួយរូបខ្ញុំមានចំណេះដឹងច្រើនចង់បញ្ជូនឲ្យក្មេងៗតកក្រោយហើយអាផ្នែកទឹកប្រាក់ខ្មែរនេះក៏ខ្ញុំចេះទឹកមាសទឹកប្រាក់ក៏ខ្ញុំចេះដេញយកទឹកមាសទឹក10ដេញយកប្រាក់ទឹក10ក៏ចេះធ្វើអីក៏ចេះហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងចំណេះខ្ញុំមានទាំងប្រមាណខ្ញុំចង់បកគលឲ្យក្មេងៗតកក្រោយហ្នឹងបានខ្ញុំចិត្តខ្ញុំចង់មែនទែនមិនចង់ឲ្យពួកគាត់ហ្នឹងចង់មើលអាអ្នកក្មេងតកក្រោយវាទៅប៉ុណ្ណាមុនខ្ញុំស្លាប់គឺគេថាយើងត្រូវតែជួយពួកក្មេងៗតកក្រោយទុកគេមរតកឲ្យពួកគាត់បន្តទៀតចាខ្ញុំអត់យកទៅទេខ្ញុំជូនគាត់ទាំងអស់
I'm glad to see everyone safe at home with families and friends enjoying this special day. Southern California Edison is one of the nation's largest electric utilities with more than 130 years of history. Our vision is to help California achieve a carbon-neutral future by cleaning up the electric grid and supporting transportation and building electrification. We are working to ensure that the electric grid is safe, clean, affordable, and reliable. Southern California Edison has been a supporter of the Cambodia Town Parade and Culture Festival for nearly a decade, and we are excited to be a sponsor for the virtual event today. We hope you enjoy this wonderful collection of Cambodian culture from both the United States and Cambodia. It's spectacular to see the beauty of the Khmer culture on a global scale. The Cambodian American community is part of the fabric of cultural diversity in Southern California, and we are happy to have the opportunity to help them share this experience with you. Congratulations to Cambodians and Cambodian Americans. Happy belated New Year, and we hope your families have a joyous Pune Bun holiday.
By 2045, California will undergo a remarkable evolution to become 100% carbon neutral. The state will zero out the CO2 emissions that are a leading cause of climate change. Most of the changes will come from rethinking the way we produce and use electricity and the way we power transportation and buildings. Southern California Edison has analyzed a path forward, looking at the most energy-efficient, cost-effective route with the least disruptions to customers and to industry. Cleaning the energy supply is going to be key to reaching our goals. By 2045, 100% of the electricity we use will come from carbon-free sources. We are going to need a lot of energy storage. In order to time shift solar and wind energy to use when the sun isn't shining and the wind isn't blowing. "50% of the single-family homes in the state will have solar panels that will contribute clean energy. By 2045, 75% of our vehicles will need to run on electricity. Battery-powered cars will drink off the clean power supply. Some trucks might need to use low-carbon fuels, such as biodiesel or hydrogen. 70% of homes and buildings will be all electric. Most families will save money, especially if they use electric cars, and use electric heat pump technologies for air conditioning and heating. The CO2 emissions that remain will need to be cleaned from the atmosphere, either through technical processes or through natural processes, such as the planting of new trees. Getting to carbon neutrality would be an extraordinary transformation for California in only 25 years, and will allow all Californians to participate in the fight against climate change. For more information and to read our report, visit edison.com/pathway2045.
Welcome to the Historical Society of Long Beach. Here we have extensive collections about local history, and CamChap is one of our newest collections. This unique collection helps to tell how Long Beach has been shaped and how the Cambodian community has grown in this area.
CamChap is a community-university collaboration between California State University Dominguez Hills, California State University Long Beach, and the Historical Society of Long Beach.
The physical archive that makes up the CamChap project is made up of over 1,200 newspaper articles.
This was a special report. I may not want everyone knew about.
We continue to collect those materials so that scholars and students and community members have one place they can come and actually search and find relevant materials that help tell the story of Cambodians.
CamChap collections are available on an appointment basis.
So here are some books. Some of them
Fill out a form by coming here online or through email.
that have various articles. Some of them will have stuff on Buddhism.
CamChap also includes a website featuring a digital ethnography that describes the development of the Cambodian community.
The younger generation and the older generation can enjoy this website together. The entire website can be in Khmer and English. We have many documentaries that are going to be on there.
She helped us put all Cambodian refugees in the camp, not in the prison.
This is the first time ever in history that these two professors gather all the information about the Cambodian community, put it together in an archive project, which means a lot to our community because people can access from all over the world.
We're very fortunate. We have a wealth of photographs and old documentation, newspapers. They are talking about the history of the Cambodian refugees who arrived in the community in Long Beach.
So these stories, CamChap will preserve for the next generation to read about us, to learn about us, and hopefully that they can continue to contribute to CamChap project themselves.
I am pleased to bring to you Rabam Chunpo by Say, Jamriang Chanam Mun, and celebrated Cambodian musician Professor Chinari Ng.
Rabam Chunpo is a Cambodian blessing dance. For Rabam Chunpo in Khmer language is a Khmer traditional dance from the repertoire of Cambodian classical ballet to mark special holidays in Cambodia. The dance features graceful and elegant movements holding golden goblets. Inside the goblets are flower blossoms, for example, jasmines, lotus, or rumdur blossoms. The blossoms are symbolic representations of blessing from the gods. As the dancer plucks the blossom from the goblets and gently tosses them forward toward the audience, the gesture symbolizes the blessing of the gods falling upon the audience. Please enjoy the dance.
ជំរាបសួរខ្ញុំឈ្មោះគំសាក់ផាន់ខ្ញុំជាអ្នកធ្វើបាយសីហើយខ្ញុំរៀនធ្វើបាយសីនេះអំពីម្ដាយខ្ញុំ The reason that the people come for the Baisai, especially here, they come for good health, for happiness, for good relationship in family. One is already show good result is pregnancy, also to be fertile, and also business people, and also they ask for a candle for incense to light in front of their house to protect against bad luck. And also people come for water to bless their new house or new business.
To Cambodians, the world is populated with spirits, all kinds of spirits. There's the local Nekta that reside in the land, that reside in the trees, that reside throughout the landscape. There's ancestor spirits of the people who have lived through the past and are still present. There's the deities, local deities as well as Hindu deities. And of course, the Buddha is one of the major, but not the major, spirit for the indigenous Khmer. And there's the sense that people need the spirits for protection and help. Spirits also have needs. So there's expectations from spirits about how you're going to interact with them. So it's social. So there's this sense of a society of the living and the dead. All cultures tell us how we relate to the dead, whether we ignore them or we think they're there. In Khmer culture, they're there, and you need to be sure that you're interacting with them appropriately, or you could get sick, terrible things could befall you, misfortune, all of that, you're not protected. So the asana, the altar, and the baisai are the focal point for that. It's where people meet the spirits and can interact with the spirits. The altar, the asana, is set up and dedicated to your guardian lineage for the trade that you do. So police officers will have a whole lineage, soldiers have a whole lineage, dancers have a whole lineage. And when you come into this occupational group, you're introduced to the lineage. There's a special ceremony. You're brought in and introduced to the guardian, the first teacher. And the knowledge of that teacher becomes available to you. You become part now of the lineage, and then you're expected to teach that to the next generation as well.
After building the whole set, we have to feed the baisai. So on every summit, on top there's a candle. Candle represent the light that guide us in life or in doing things. In there's food for the spirit. So they feed and then the same time ask them to have to invite the spirit, whoever they like to invite, and stay there. So each time they light incense and candle, they invite them, they communicate with them. And this commitment, it's not for a short time, it's like a lifetime. For me, my parent, it's a lifetime commitment.
Every morning you light your incense, you speak to your former teachers, you ask for their blessings, you ask for their protection, you ask them to be a part of you during the day so that all of their knowledge is imparted to you and you can do the best job that you can, which I think is absolutely amazing. If we all got up every morning, lit incense and thanked all our former teachers, which by the way includes your parents, they're your first teachers, we'd all be so much better off, I think.
มองบานจุ่มเนียงอ้อนมาดองชรานขายกันลองมองบานจูบตายใส่เป้าตักในโซการำปังเนี่ยนาไอเรามองจำเมื่อพะเลาบัดโซพลิกเปียสัญญาคืนหนึ่งม่วงบานตระการย้อยกิ่งคิดถึงจริงๆจากอินนุนตักคนงามคำราบรักพี่ไม่มีไกลจากความจำฉะไหนยายเธอไม่จำลืมคำที่บอกรักกันยมเอ่ยยบยนมองกรันเมื่อตายเพลาใสขนมกับปีเดไตรมองแสนอะไรสนายหายมเอ่ยยกบัดสงัดสองสาไอ้ขยมรำปังเนี่ยนาคลาดจันเตรคลิดชงายเดือนดำลับลงพีของคอยเกิดคอยหาเพียงเธออยากเจอล้นดวงใจจะร้ายก็ช่างทำไมช่างไม่สิ่งเด่นใครพี่รักเธอกว่าใครต้องตายทำไมมีเธอบองสลันอ่อนพี่รักน้องอ่อนสลันบองเตน้องรักพี่ไหมยมเอ่ยยบยนมองกรันเมื่อตายเพลาใสขนมกับปีเดไตรมองแสนอะไรสนายหายมเอ่ยยกบัดสงัดสองสาไอ้ขยมรำปังเนี่ยนาคลาดจันเตรคลิดชงายเดือนดำลับลงพีของคอยเกิดคอยหาเพียงเธออยากเจอล้นดวงใจจะร้ายก็ช่างทำไมช่างไม่สิ่งเด่นใครพี่รักเธอกว่าใครต้องตายทำไมมีเธอ
Dr. Chinari Ong is an internationally celebrated composer who has recently earned one of the highest honors in the United States, a lifetime membership to the American Academy of Arts and Letters. The 77-year-old Cambodian American musician and professor began in May his membership in the 250-person societies of architects, artists, composers, and writers. The group administers awards and prizes to foster, assist, and sustain excellence in American literature, music, and art. In 1964, Dr. Ong was a high school student in Phnom Penh when he won a scholarship to study clarinet at Manhattan School of Music in New York. Since then, he has found his place at the heart of American freedom and creativity. He says he owes his success to his Cambodian identity and a childhood on rural farms.
It's the Khmer culture. It's what I learned from the rice field that I spoke of, what touches me the most. And I'm proud to say that I'm I'm a Cambodian.
A formal induction ceremonies in New York will take place in May 2021, delayed by a year because of the coronavirus pandemic. VOA has recently visited Dr. Ong's San Diego home to talk with him about his award-winning compositions, the Cambodian soul and Khmer culture, and what it means to pursue the art. Dr. Chinri Ong, Cambodian American, arrived in the US in 1964 and now award-winning music composer and also professor at University of California, San Diego. I'm going to start with your root. How was your childhood? What was it like? Did you know that you liked music from early on?
In retrospect, you are referring to over 7 decades ago.
Wow, that's a long time.
It's sweet. It is positive, the childhood, yeah. Although my family was very poor, they was not able to support me, and they gave me away to my grandparents, which I was pleased to be there too. I was born in Preluia, Srok Prekrabah and Katakau. At one point, my grandfather and I was at the side of the house, and we saw a bunch of musicians of the folk instrument pass by at the gate, and my grandparent called them in and asked them to play a few songs for us, and they did. And I remember he said, "How about Kasrai Kahom, the red scarf? How about this? How about Sampong?" and so forth. It was so breathtaking. That was I probably was maybe 3 years old or something like that. And I was really touched by that. And I was overwhelmed. To me, it sounded like heaven.
Last question. We are a young population. A lot of people are still under 30, 60, 70%. What is your message to the young artists in Cambodia, young musicians, as you have a lot of experience doing music in this industry, trying to revive your own culture? What do you want to say to them, the young artists?
I think one word will not suffice here. I think, again, they need to know that their tradition before they create a new tradition or new culture or transform the new culture. And also before the door continue to be wide open globally. And they need to be sincere and honest to their feelings. It's very important. You are not only looking outward and what could be learned and so forth, but don't forget that another 50% is the intangible. It is your feeling, which is not yours. When you go deeper, you hit on archetypal type of dimension that could be shared globally. It's not because you're Cambodian, you're American, and so forth. And so the sincerity has to be there. Without the integrity and sincerity, the art will not speak well. It's only being over-influenced from other culture and so forth. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chinri Ong, for inviting us here to your home, basically, in San Diego. It's a beautiful neighborhood. And we got a chance to speak with your family and go into your house and go to your office. And I'm just glad that we could share your stories.
It's a pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Hi, I'm Frank Colonna, President of the Board of Harbor Commissioners. The Port of Long Beach welcomes you to the 12th Annual Cambodian Town Parade and Cultural Festival. We're a proud sponsor of this event celebrating the city's Cambodian community, the largest in the United States. As you may know, the Port of Long Beach is our city's major economic engine. We support 1 in 5 jobs in Long Beach and 575,000 in Southern California. We also take great pride in our environmental programs, showing every day that sustainability and economic prosperity can exist side by side. Our green initiatives are a very important part of our promise to be a socially responsible part of the community, including sponsorships such as this. The Harbor Commission has budgeted $800,000 for the next fiscal year for our community sponsorship program, which supports causes ranging from the arts to the environment, social justice, historic preservation, and culturally important events. I am so proud that by tightening our close bond and strong sense of community here, we're making this city such a special place to live and work. Though this year's Cambodian Town Cultural Parade and Festival is virtual, it is great to see everyone coming together to celebrate Cambodian customs. We appreciate the opportunity to explore the unique art forms from Cambodia's rich and ancient culture, to experience the classical dance, see the ceremonial costumes, listen to Cambodian musical instruments, and even to watch you cook traditional Cambodian foods. From the Port of Long Beach, we wish you the very best. See you in person next year.
ជាបឋមខ្ញុំបាទសូមគោរពសម្ដេចទ្រង់ឯកឧត្តមលោកអង្គញាលោកជំទាវព្រមទាំងប្រិយមិត្តតាមបណ្ដាញ Facebook ជាទីគោរពខ្ញុំបាទអុកឆាលីជាគណៈកម្មការរៀបចំផ្នែកការប្រឡងចម្រៀងមានកិត្តិយសនិងមោទនភាពជាខ្លាំងដែលបានចូលរួមក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះយោងទៅតាមស្ថានភាពបច្ចុប្បន្នដែលបណ្ដាលមកពីមេរោគ COVID-19 ដែលមិនអាចអនុញ្ញាតឲ្យយើងគ្រប់គ្នាជួបជុំក្នុងទ្រង់ទ្រាយធំណាមួយដើម្បីធ្វើកម្មវិធីអ្វីមួយដែលយើងធ្លាប់បានធ្វើហើយដូច្នេះក្រុងខ្មែរនិងសមាជិកទាំងមូលបានមូលមតិគ្នាធ្វើពិធីចូលឆ្នាំខ្មែរអមនឹងកម្មវិធីផ្សេងៗជាច្រើនទៀតដែលជាតំណាងនៅអរិយធម៌វប្បធម៌ខ្មែររួមទាំងការប្រឡងចម្រៀងផងដែរដែលធ្វើទៅតាមរយៈ Facebook សម្រាប់បងប្អូនខ្មែរពីប្រទេសផ្សេងលើពិភពលោកមានភាពងាយស្រួលក្នុងការចូលរួមក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះបន្តិចទៀតនេះខ្ញុំបាទនឹងធ្វើការប្រកាសជូននៅលទ្ធផលនៃការប្រឡងចម្រៀងរបស់បេក្ខជន3រូបដែលបានជាប់ឈ្មោះក្នុងកម្មវិធីប្រឡងចម្រៀងតាមរយៈ Facebook បេក្ខជនទាំង3រូបដែលទទួលជាប់ចំណាត់ថ្នាក់នៃការប្រឡងនេះគឺបានឆ្លងកាត់ការត្រួតពិនិត្យវិจัยពីគណៈកម្មាធិការក្រុងខ្មែរដោយយោងទៅតាមបែបផែនលើអ៊ីនធឺណិត Facebook រួមទាំងការយកចិត្តដាក់បំផុតពីសំណាក់មេប្រយោគទាំង4ដែលធ្លាប់មានការពិសោធន៍ខ្ពស់ក្នុងវិស័យតន្ត្រីមុននឹងប្រកាសលទ្ធផលខ្ញុំបាទសូមគោរពអញ្ជើញសម្ដេចឯកឧត្តមលោកអង្គញាលោកជំទាវព្រមទាំងប្រិយមិត្តទាំងអស់តាមដាននៅសំនៀងរបស់បេក្ខជនទាំង3រូបនេះជាមុនសិនសូមសន្តាប់ដូចតទៅ
យប់នឹកអូនគ្រប់វេលាស្រមៃឃើញតែស្រមពុំញីជាប់ដួងចិត្តមកនឹកអូនដឹងឬទេថាបងនឹកណាស់ពេលវេលារដូវចេះតែផ្លឹងបងនឹកអូនណាស់នឹកណាស់ផ្លឹងមិនបានតើក៏យ៉ាងដឹងទេថាបងនឹកអូនព្រឹកនឹកអូន
នឹកបងថ្ងៃនឹកបងយប់នឹកបងក្រុមវេលាស្រមៃឃើញតែស្រងពំញីជាប់ដួងចិត្តអូននឹកបងតើបងនឹកទេដឹងទេថាអូននឹកណាស់ពេលវេលារដូវចេញតែផ្លាំងអូននឹកបងណាស់ផ្លាំងមិនបានផ្លាំងមិនបានតើក៏លៀនតែថាអូននឹកបង
ព្រឹកនឹកអូនថ្ងៃនឹកអូនយប់នឹកអូនក្រុមវេលាស្រមៃឃើញតែស្រងពុំជាប់ដួងចិត្តបងនឹកអូននឹកអូនដឹងឬទេដឹងទេថាបងនឹកណាស់ពេលវេលារដូវចេះតែផ្លាំងបងនឹកអូនណាស់នឹកណាស់ផ្លាំងមិនបានផ្លាំងមិនបានផ្លាស់មិនបានតើកលយានដឹងទេថាបងនឹកអូនព្រឹក
Next, I'm pleased to present to you our next Grand Marshal, Councilman Daryl Supernall. Councilman Supernall has always supported all our events. He was also the co-sponsor with Vice-Mayor Dee Andrews in making April Cambodian Heritage Month in the city of Long Beach. Some of the most important parts of our community are located within his district, including Cambodia Town Office, United Cambodian Community, UCC Plaza, May Center, and Khmer Arts Academy, along with many others. Councilman Supernall was born and raised in Long Beach, and he's a lifelong resident of the 4th Council District. Councilman Supernall.
Jumbriap Sua. I am Councilman Daryl Supernall of the 4th Council District, which encompasses the eastern portion of Cambodia Town. It is a great honor to be named a Grand Marshal of the virtual Cambodia Town Parade and Culture Festival for 2 reasons. First, for the opportunity to congratulate Cambodia Town Inc. on the creation of this virtual event. It truly speaks to the resilience of our Cambodian community to find a way to continue this important celebration during a pandemic. Second, for the pleasure of joining my colleague, Vice-Mayor Dee Andrews. When I think of leadership in the Cambodian community, I see that image of Dee Andrews unveiling the Cambodia Town sign. It is both a pleasure and an honor to join him in supporting our Cambodian and Cambodian American neighbors. Congratulations and thank you to Cambodia Town Inc. for continuing this great tradition. Go forth. Jumriap Lia Akun.
Next is my favorite dance, Robam Coconut, the Count Cow Theatre Masks, Jamriang Bong Sralaing Srei Khmer by Tony Legion. Then we'll drop by Somali's bridal shop to learn more about the traditional Khmer wedding.
Coconut dance was originated in Svayriang province. Traditionally, this dance is performed during a wedding. It is the most popular dance for the Cambodian people. Please enjoy the dance.
ចិត្តខ្មែរបងរីសុទ្ធស្អាត
បាទឈ្មោះសុបសក្តាបច្ចុប្បន្នជានាយកនៃសាលាសិល្បៈហ្វូណនពេលដែលខ្ញុំមករស់នៅជាមួយនឹងសង្គមសិល្បៈហ្នឹងគឺខ្ញុំចាប់ដើមជីវិតរបស់ខ្ញុំផ្សារភ្ជាប់ជាមួយនឹងសិល្បៈហើយស្អីអញ្ចឹងទៅវាដោះនៅអ្វីហ្នឹងចេញមកតាមរយៈការយើងធ្វើរាល់ថ្ងៃតងជាមួយនឹងការធ្វើមុខខ្មុកដែលខ្ញុំទៅរៀនជាមួយនឹងលោកគ្រូមករាដំបូងគឺយើងចាប់ផ្ដើមដំបូងគឺយើងយកសូនដីឥដ្ឋការបន្ទាប់គឺយើងចាប់ផ្ដើមយកกระดาษមកបិទស្មាច់វាម្ដងមួយស្ទាប់ដើម្បីឲ្យបានចេញជារូបរាងបន្ទាប់ពីយើងបកពីពុំស៊ីម៉ង់មកយើងបានគុំគ្នាទៅជាមុខហើយយើងចាប់ដើមតឡើងកន្លែងក្បាច់កន្លែងអីផ្សេងទៀតណាជាដំណាក់កាលបន្តមកនេះយើងកំពុងតែបិទវ័នវានេះមុខយៈយើងបិទវ័នវាហើយបន្ទាប់ពីនឹងមកគឺយើងចាប់ដើមតឡើងក្បាច់កញ្ចាំងនៅលើនឹងបិទរួចរាល់អស់ហើយបន្ទាប់ពីបិទក្បាច់នេះរួចរាល់គឺយើងចាប់ដើមយកមកបិទស្លឹកមាសឲ្យកាន់តែមើលទៅភ្លឺស្អាតគឺជាលទ្ធផលសម្រាប់នៃការផលិតមុខខ្មុកបន្ទាប់ពីយើងបិទស្លឹកមាសលាបថ្នាំគូអីរួចរាល់គឺចេញជាលទ្ធផលសម្រាប់ហើយគឺតួអង្គសម្រាប់សម្ដែងនៅក្នុងល្ខោនខោលហើយនឹងតួអង្គផ្សេងទៀតដែលយើងកំពុងតែបន្តផលិតយកទៅរំឬក៏យកទៅសម្ដែងកន្លែងផ្សេងក៏យើងប្រយ័ត្នមែនទែនតើតជាមួយនឹងការថែរក្សាព្រោះតែកាលណាទុកដាក់មិនស្រួលបួរគឺធ្វើឲ្យខូចបាក់បែកហើយបើពីដើមផងគេប្រកាន់ណាតើតមួយតួអង្គនីមួយនេះគឺយើងត្រូវតែមានកន្លែងអសនៈឬក៏មានកន្លែងណាដាក់តាំងដាក់ឲ្យស្រួលរៀបចំលំដាប់ដូចជាបាយសីដូចជាផ្លែឈើមានអីរៀបចំស្រួលណាព្រោះខ្លាចតួអង្គទាំងអស់គេប្រកាន់មិនតែខ្ញុំម្នាក់ទេតែសូម្បីតែអ្នកផ្សេងទៀតអ្នកជំនាញអីផ្សេងទៀតគាត់ចូលរួមជួយធ្វើណាប៉ុន្តែវាតិចហ្នឹងហើយអ្នកខ្លះមានជំនាញគាត់បោះបង់ចោលគាត់ទៅធ្វើអីផ្សេងអាហ្នឹងជាការបាត់បង់ដោយសារតែសម័យទំនើបសម័យសកលភាវូបនីយកម្មវប្បធម៌បរទេសជុំវិញខ្លួនយើងគឺមានច្រើនសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំវប្បធម៌គឺជាដួងព្រលឹងជាតិកាលណាតែយើងបាត់បង់នៅដួងព្រលឹងប្រៀបដូចជាមនុស្សអត់វិញ្ញាណចឹង
I'm pleased to present to you our next Grand Marshal, Mariko Khan. Since 2004, Ms. Khan has been the Executive Director of Pacific Asian Counseling Services, a nonprofit that provides mental health services to the severely, chronically, and mentally ill in Los Angeles County. PACS is well known for its culturally and linguistically sensitive services working with Asian Pacific Islander, refugee, and immigrant populations. Since 2008, she has been an active board officer of Cambodia Town, Inc. Her work with Cambodia Town has enriched her understanding of this emerging API population. She has written a number of grants, contracts to improve the mental health of living conditions of Cambodians in Long Beach. In 2011-2012, PACS was awarded as an innovative grant to provide integrated behavioral and medical services to Cambodians in Long Beach. She has been integral in the implementation of this community strength-based project that has outreach and informed hundreds of underserved Cambodians about mental health. The use of non-traditional practices, including spiritual ones like the Buddhist blessing ceremony, have created great interests.
Bongស្រឡាញ់ស្រីខ្មៅនាងអើយពាក់អើយអមូដៃបងស្រឡាញ់ស្រីខ្មៅនាងអើយពាក់អើយពីមូដៃអណាសាច់នាងអើយមាត់ខៃខ្លាយឲ្យរៀងដូចញាត់បើបុកកែណោនាងណោអណារៀងដូចថ្មើមកកាលពីដើមមិញថាមកស្រឡាញ់ស្រីរៀងវាដូចកប់កាលពីដើមមិញថាមកស្រឡាញ់ស្រីរៀងវាដូចកប់មករៀបស្លាមលួអើយថ្នាំចុកសម្រុកចូលទៅនន់ដឹងស្រីកែណោនាងណោសម្រុកចូលទៅនន់ដឹងស្រីហើយចាចូលឆ្នាំនាងអើយមកចាំនៅឯវត្តថ្មីហើយចាចូលឆ្នាំនាងអើយមកចាំនៅឯវត្តថ្មីអូណាក្បែរគុំអើយឬស័យអូណាតថ្លៃកាន់ស្លាកែណោនាងណោអូណាតថ្លៃកាន់ស្លាបើមិនស្រឡាញ់បងនាងអើយប្រមងអើយក៏មិនថាបើអូនមិនស្រឡាញ់បងនាងអើយប្រមងអើយក៏មិនថានាងចង់រើប្តីយ៉ាងណាអូនណាឲ្យសាទណោជាងបងកែណោនាងណោអូនណាឲ្យសាទជាងបងស្រីមើលពីមុខនាងអើយមកបែកហុចខ្នងស្រីមើលពីមុខនាងអើយបងឈរអើយពីហុចខ្នងបងដឹងថាស្រីស្រឡាញ់បងអូនណាបងឈរធ្វើហើយកែណោនាងណោអូនណាបងឈរធ្វើហើយបងបែរមកវិញនាងអើយមកបាត់អើយមានអូនស្រីបងបែរមកវិញនាងអើយមកបាត់អើយមានអូនស្រីអូនណាមករត់ហើយនេះនាងអើយតាមស្រីយកពីក្រោយកែណោនាងណោអូនណាតាមស្រីពីក្រោយ បើអូនមិនស្រឡាញ់បងនាងអើយប្រមងអើយក៏មិនថាបើអូនមិនស្រឡាញ់បងនាងអើយប្រមងអើយក៏មិនថានាងចង់រើប្តីយ៉ាងណាអូនណាឲ្យស្អាតណោះជាងបងកែណោនាងណោអូនណាឲ្យស្អាតជាងបងស្រីមើលពីមុខនាងអើយបងបែអើយហត់ខ្នងស្រីមើលពីមុខនាងអើយបងបែអើយហត់ខ្នងបងដឹងថាស្រីស្រឡាញ់បងអូនណាបងឈរធ្វើហើយកែណោនាងណោអូនណាបងឈរធ្វើហើយបងម៉ែមកវិញនាងអើយបងបាត់អើយមានអូនស្រីបងម៉ែមកវិញនាងអើយបងបាត់អើយមានអូនស្រីអូនណាបងរត់ឲ្យដីអូនណាតាមស្រីពីក្រោយកែណោនាងណោអូនណាតាមស្រីពីក្រោយ
នាងខ្ញុំឈ្មោះមេសមាលីនេះជាហាងសំអាងការរបស់នាងខ្ញុំនៅក្នុងវប្បធម៌ខ្មែរពិធីមង្គលការគឺជាកម្មវិធីសំខាន់បំផុតនៅក្នុងឆាកជីវិតរបស់យើងហើយវាជាការងាររបស់នាងខ្ញុំដែលត្រូវរៀបចំជូនកូនកំលោះនិងកូនក្រមុំសម្រាប់កម្មវិធីជប់លៀងឬកម្មវិធីផ្លាស់ប្ដូរសម្លៀកបំពាក់នៅក្នុងថ្ងៃរៀបមង្គលការរបស់គេពិធីរៀបអាពាហ៍ពិពាហ៍តាមប្រពៃណីរបស់ខ្មែររួមមានពិធីផ្សេងៗដូចជាតន្ត្រីអាហារលើកជំនូននិងភ្ញៀវជាច្រើនចូលរួមដែលមានរយៈពេល3ថ្ងៃ3យប់នៅក្នុងពេលនឹងមានការផ្លាស់ប្ដូរសម្លៀកបំពាក់ចំនួន9ឈុតសម្រាប់បុរសនិងស្ត្រីខ្ញុំផ្ដល់នៅសម្លៀកបំពាក់គ្រឿងអលង្ការសម្អាងទាំងអស់សម្រាប់កម្មវិធីមង្គលការនេះមានសម្លៀកបំពាក់មួយឈុតដែលសំខាន់ជាងគេនៅក្នុងចំណោមសម្លៀកបំពាក់កូនកន្លោះកូនក្រមុំនៅក្នុងបញ្ចប់កម្មវិធីមង្គលការនិងកម្មវិធីមួយដែលធ្វើត្រាប់តាមទិវាថានៃការបង្កើតចក្រភពខ្មែរមានរឿងនិទានមួយដែលប្រាប់ពីការរួបរวมរបស់ព្រះអង្គម្ចាស់ឥណ្ឌានិងព្រះនាងនាហ្គាដែលជាបុព្វបុរសដំបូងបង្អស់របស់ប្រជាជនខ្មែររឿងព្រេងនោះហៅថាព្រះថោងនាងនាគឬព្រះអង្គម្ចាស់ថោងនិងព្រះនាងនាហ្គាដែលមានដំណើររឿងនេះដូចតទៅមានព្រះអង្គម្ចាស់ម្នាក់ទ្រង់ជាមនុស្សលោកដែលបានលងស្នេហ៍នឹងព្រះនាងនាហ្គាដែលជាសត្វនាគរស់នៅក្នុងឋានក្រោមសមុទ្រព្រះអង្គតោងស្បៃរបស់នាងទៅឋាននាគដើម្បីជួបឪពុករបស់នាងដែលជាស្ដេចនាគអ្នកទាំងពីរយល់ព្រមរៀបការហើយកូនចៅរបស់ពួកគេបានទទួលស្គាល់ជាប្រជាជនខ្មែររូបភាពរបស់នាហ្គាពុះនាគរាជខ្មែរដែលត្រូវបានគេមើលឃើញគ្រប់ទីកន្លែងនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជារាប់ចាប់ពីការតុបតែងឬការតាក់តែងរបស់ស្ថាបត្យកម្មធំៗដូចជាស្ពាននិងប្រាសាទរហូតដល់គ្រឿងលម្អនៃវត្ថុប្រចាំថ្ងៃដែលប្រើដោយសមាជិករាជវង្សហើយក៏ត្រូវបានប្រើដោយកសិករធម្មតាផងដែរមុនដល់ទីបញ្ចប់នៃកម្មវិធីរៀបអាពាហ៍ពិពាហ៍អាចារ្យឬលោកឪពុកម្ដាយជារឿយៗស្នើសុំឲ្យកូនកំលោះកាន់ចុងស្បៃកូនក្រមុំចូលបន្ទប់ធ្វើត្រាប់តាមរឿងរ៉ាវរបស់នាងនាគនាំព្រះថោងចុះទៅឋាននាហ្គាជាកិត្តិយសណាស់សម្រាប់នាងខ្ញុំដែលបានរៀបចំពិធីមង្គលនេះឲ្យមានភាពសប្បាយរីករាយដល់បងប្អូនខ្មែរអាមេរិកកាំងនិងរៀបចំពួកគេឲ្យប្រតិបត្តិតាមប្រពៃណីទំនៀមទម្លាប់របស់ខ្មែរយើងក្នុងថ្ងៃអាពាហ៍ពិពាហ៍របស់គេ
Next, I'm pleased to present our next Grand Marshal, Mr. Monorom Nate. Mr. Nate has been serving Cambodian community since 2003, starting with the Cambodian American Chamber of Commerce as secretary and then president of Long Beach, Phnom Penh City, sister cities. In 2005, he helped form Cambodian New Year Parade Association to organize the first Cambodian New Year Parade in Long Beach. Later, the Cambodian New Year Parade Association merged with Cambodian Coordinating Council in 2007, where he was elected and served as secretary, later elected as president. In his first term as Cambodian Coordinating Council president, Mr. Nate's biggest challenge and greatest accomplishment was bringing back Cambodian New Year Parade after 2-year hiatus. In addition to serving on numerous organizations as members of the board of directors, he was elected as the first vice chairman of Cambodia Town in 2015. He was part of the planning and steering committee who formed the Midtown Business Improvement District in 2015. Mr. Nat was hired as executive director to help revitalize and bring about the economic well-being of the residents, businesses, and employees within the Midtown Business Improvement District in the heart of Cambodia Town. Next, I would like to present to you Robam Fishing, Jamrieng Kyom Sralaing Kamloh Khmer, presentation of Cambodian International Film Festival, and Cambodian traditional rice cake, Nom San Sam, and the presentation of Phum Ban.
Robam fishing dance is a popular dance showing the life of the fishermen and their family who live around the Great Lake, Tonle Sap. It shows the traditional fishing technique and Cambodian fishing industry. Cambodia is rich with freshwater fish. Anywhere you find water, you find fish. Please enjoy the dance.
Briefsur from Srok Khmer. On behalf of Cambodia International Film Festival CIFF, we would like to congratulate the celebration of the Cambodian Town Parade and Culture Festival for the first time going virtual. Cambodia International Film Festival CIFF is annually organized by the Cambodia Film Commission, Bopana Center, and also endorsed by the Ministry of Culture and Fine Art. Our film festival is gathering over 20,000 audience over a week with more than 130 films and also screened in 10 venues around the city. The Cambodia International Film Festival is a platform for the young Cambodian filmmakers to showcase their film and also to have chance to promote the culture of watching film in the big screen. Our film festival is very honored to be a part of the festival this year, and also we wish you a very successful and a joyful week. Thank you. អរគុណច្រើន
Hãy subscribe cho kênh Ghiền Mì Gõ để không bỏ lỡ
នាងខ្ញុំឈ្មោះនប់រតរងថ្ងៃខ្ញុំនៅខេត្តបន្ទាយមានជ័យហើយមុខរបររកស៊ីលក់នំខ្ញុំចេះវិច្ចសំភាសាចេះពីម៉ែខ្ញុំអីចឹងណាគាត់ចាស់បុរាណណាគាត់វិច្ចដល់ខែបុណ្យទានហ្នឹងខែប្រជុំហ្នឹងគឺគាត់ត្រូវទៅវិច្ចដំបូងយើងកាត់ស្លឹកដើមដំបូងមកអស់យើងកាត់ស្លឹកយកមកហាលថ្ងៃឲ្យវាសុបហើយយើងសាស្លឹកហ្នឹងមកយើងហែកវាល្មមមកថាយើងវិច្ចវាមកស្អាតហើយយើងកាត់ស្លឹកឲ្យស្អាតជូតឲ្យស្អាតតបមកយើងត្រាំអង្គត្រាំសណ្ដែកហើយយើងទិញខ្លាញ់ជ្រូកមកយើងជាវាឲ្យទុយប៉ុនម្រាមដៃទៅវែងប្រហែលជា2ចាអាមឬក៏1ចាអាមកន្លះអីយើងចាប់ដើមជាសាច់នឹងបានហើយយើងយកមកប្រឡាក់ម្រេចប្រឡាក់អំបិលអញ្ចឹងទៅផ្អាប់ឲ្យបានរាងយូរតិចហើយបានយើងយកមកវិច្ចហើយអង្គយើងបើយើងដាក់ប្រើដូងយើងត្រូវឆាអង្គសិនឆាអង្គជាមួយខ្ទិះដូងណាដាក់អំបិលបន្តិចដាក់ខ្ទិះដូងយើងឆាទៅបានយើងយកមកវិច្ចដាក់មកដាក់ចឹង2ជាន់មកហើយកូនដាក់ទល់គ្នានេះបាល់ចេះតំទៅវត្តដើម្បីឲ្យលោកអន្ទឹះជាផលកុសលផលបុណ្យហ្នឹងទៅដល់ជីដូនជីតាយើងដែលចែកឋានទៅហ្នឹងណាដើម្បីឲ្យដល់ពួកគាត់អញ្ចឹងបានថាយើងចង់ធ្វើអាពីនេះហ្នឹងទុកឲ្យកូនខ្មែរយើងចំនួនក្រោយហ្នឹងឲ្យចេះតគ្នាអញ្ចឹងកុំឲ្យបាត់បង់ជាប្រពៃណីហ្នឹងណា
Next, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our next Grand Marshals. They are my good friends, Tan and Nanda Pak. They have lived their lives solely to help and empower others, a deep-seated desire fueled by their traumatic beginnings. Tan found United Cambodian Community in Long Beach in 1976. It became one of the nation's largest and most successful private social service agencies, providing refugee services, immigration assistance, and social services and vocational training programs. Nanda started her career as an ESL instructor at Houston Community College. She moved to California where she worked as a job counselor, then became the program coordinator for UCC's Orange County office. Later, she served as area director for Pacific Gateway College. In 1992, Tan and Nanda made a daring decision to move back to Cambodia to be a part of the reconstruction and development of Cambodia after the rubble of the Khmer Rouge. In 1995, in Phnom Penh, Tan established Center for Social Development, a nonprofit organization and think tank promotes democratic value, public accountability, transparency, and good governance, and served as president and chief executive officer. Realizing his calling for politics, Tan was elected to the Cambodian National Assembly in 1998. Soon after, he was appointed as Secretary of State of Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports, and then later, he was appointed as acting minister in 2005. Nanda ran for a public office in 1993 and founded Women for Prosperity, a nonprofit, non-governmental organization that empowers women to exercise their equal rights and promote women's participation in public affairs by training them and to assume leadership positions in politics. She co-founded Cambodian Women Business Federation, in 2014, where she still serves as president, an organization with mission to help eliminate all forms of discrimination against women entrepreneurs and promotes women's leadership in the economic sector.
បុណ្យជុំបុណ្យជាទិវានៃការរៀបចំឡើងតាមប្រពៃណីរបស់ពុទ្ធសាសនាបុណ្យជុំបុណ្យគឺជាការដែលយើងទទួលយកនៅលទ្ធិនៃការអប់រំរបស់ពុទ្ធសាសនាហើយភ្ជុំព្រាថាការជួបជុំគ្នាបណ្ដាក់បន័យថាដុំបាយដែលយើងរៀបចំការភ្ជុំនិងការរៀបចំដុំបាយនេះបានសេចក្តីថាយើងរៀបចំឡើងដោយអត្ថន័យ3យ៉ាងសង្ខេបគឺទី1ដើម្បីឧទ្ទិសដល់ពពួកប្រែតទាំងឡាយហើយទី2ដើម្បីនាំនៅសេចក្តីសុខសាងបុណ្យកុសលនៃជីវិតប្រចាំថ្ងៃទី3សាមគ្គីជាតិដល់ប្រជាពលរដ្ឋខ្មែរយើងនៅក្នុងប្រទេសក៏ដូចជានៅក្រៅប្រទេសជុំវិញពិភពលោកមានការវិចនំគមនំសមហើយនំប្រពៃណីរបស់យើងជាច្រើនទៀតបង្ហាញអំពីសេចក្តីភាពនៃការគឺថាសាមគ្គីជាតិហើយញ៉ាំងកុសលនឹងឲ្យបានជ្រះថ្លានៅក្នុងសន្តានចិត្តអត្តន័យនេះឯងតាំងបុរាណមកគឺយើងធ្វើចំនួន3ខែប៉ុន្តែក្រោយមកគឺមានបរិជាអង្គឌួងជាដើមលោកក៏បានសម្រេចយកនៅគឺ15ថ្ងៃពិធីកាន់បិណ្ឌនិងពិធីជុំបុណ្យនេះដើម្បីញ៉ាំងឲ្យមានសាមគ្គីភាពនិងការធ្វើបុណ្យសុនទានសាងសេចក្តីសុខសន្តិភាពនៅក្នុងសង្គមគ្រួសារសង្គមជាសមាគមសហគមន៍និងសង្គមប្រទេសជាតិនិងសង្គមអន្តរជាតិជាដើមអញ្ចឹងនៅក្នុងពិធីនេះតាំងនាមដល់គណៈកម្មការនយោបាយនៃក្រុងខ្មែររៀបចំពិធីទស្សនកម្មវិធីទស្សនីយភាពក្បួនដង្ហែនិងទិវាបុណ្យវប្បធម៌ខ្មែរក្រុងបុណ្យវប្បធម៌ក្រុងខ្មែរយើងខ្ញុំសូមប្រសិទ្ធពរជ័យបវរសួស្តីសិរីមង្គលកើតការចម្រុងចម្រើនដល់ប្រជាពលរដ្ឋខ្មែរយើងទូទាំងសកលលោកនិងភ្ញៀវអន្តរជាតិដែលបានទស្សនានៅទស្សនីយភាពនេះដល់ល្អប្រពៃនេះដើម្បីបានសិរីសួស្តីនិងបន្តថែរក្សានៅខួនវប្បធម៌ប្រពៃណីអក្សរសាស្ត្រអត្តសញ្ញាណជាតិរបស់ខ្មែរយើងសូមអរព្រគុណនិងអរគុណ
Last but not least, I'm pleased to introduce our next Grand Marshal, Mr. Kim Suo Ngan. Over the past 20 years, Mr. Ngan has been a dedicated volunteer in Cambodian community with a commitment to preserving and promoting Cambodian culture in Long Beach. In 2001, Mr. Ngan joined the campaign for Cambodia Town designation in Long Beach. In 2004, he joined the committee to bring the Cambodian New Year Parade to Long Beach. He is a current member of Board of Directors of Cambodian Coordinating Council, which organizes Cambodian New Year celebration. He also serves as a treasurer and a member of the Board of Directors for Cambodian Veterans. In addition, he is a member of Cambodia Town Board of Directors. Coming up, I would like to present to you Cambodian New Year's ceremony, Jamriang Pat Popok, Cambodian silk weaving, and 7 colors of the days.
ទិវាបុណ្យចូលឆ្នាំខ្មែរជាបឋមខ្ញុំបកករណាសូមអភិវឌ្ឍនកិច្ចប្រជុំ3នៃបត្រៃរដ្ឋសូមគោរពចំពោះប្រជាពលរដ្ឋខ្មែរទូទាំងសកលលោកដោយសេចក្តីគោរពរាប់អានបុណ្យចូលឆ្នាំខ្មែរតាមបុរាណអាចារ្យរបស់យើងយកទៅតាមច័ន្ទគតិបុរាណដំណើរនៃព្រះច័ន្ទគឺយើងប្រពធ្វើឡើងនៅដើមខែនៃឆ្នាំក្រោយមកទៀតអ្នកប្រាជ្ញបុរាណអាចារ្យរបស់យើងក៏បានសម្រេចយកនៅគឺសូរិយាគតិគឺរាប់ទាំងមហាសង្ក្រាន្តដំណើរនៃព្រះអាទិត្យគឺមាន12ខែនិង7ថ្ងៃពិធីមហាសង្ក្រាន្តនេះប្រជាពលរដ្ឋខ្មែរយើងបានរៀបចំនៅការសម្អាតផ្ទះសម្បែងរួមទាំងសម្អាតកាយវាចាចិត្តដ៏ល្អបរិសុទ្ធសំហើយនឹងគ្រឿងសក្ការៈបូជាផ្សេងៗដើម្បីទទួលយកនៅទេវតាឆ្នាំថ្មីដោយបុរាណអាចារ្យរបស់យើងបានមានលើកព្រេងនិទានអំពីបុត្រធីតាទាំង7ព្រះអង្គគឺតំណាងឲ្យថ្ងៃអាទិត្យរហូតដល់ថ្ងៃសៅរ៍និងកបិលមហាព្រហ្ម ហើយបន្ទាប់មកទៀតថ្ងៃទី2ឲ្យឈ្មោះថាវរៈវណ្ណបតគឺជាថ្ងៃដែលយើងរៀបចំសម្អាតកាយាទឹកចិត្តជ្រះថ្លាធ្វើចង្ហាន់និងតយទានទៅដល់វត្តមានរៀបចំពិធីពុនភ្នំខ្សាច់ផ្ដាច់កម្ពីរួមទាំងរៀបចំពិធីនិមន្តព្រះសង្ឃបាំងស្គលនិមន្តព្រះសង្ឃចម្រើនព្រះព្រឹត្តនិងសម្ដែងពធទេសនាស្ដាប់នៅទ្រឹស្ដីរបស់ព្រះសម្មាសម្ពុទ្ធដែលជាមេគានៃជីវិតនិងប្រធរជាផែនទីសម្រាប់ចង្អុលឲ្យមនុស្សដើរទៅតាមការចិញ្ចឹមជីវិតត្រូវជាដើមយើងនៅក្នុងនោះក៏បានឃើញថារៀបចំទទួលនៅក្បិលមហាព្រំដែលមានតំណាងឲ្យមេត្តាករុណាមុទិតានិងឧបេក្ខាសេចក្តីស្រឡាញ់សេចក្តីអាណិតហើយនឹងការអធិស្ឋាននឹងការញ៉ាំងចិត្តឲ្យនៅជាកណ្ដាលនិងត្រេកអរនេះគឺជាទ្រឹស្ដីនៃបុរាណដោយមានធម្មបាលកុមារដែលរៀបចំនៅសេរីសួស្តីទាំង3គឺពេលព្រឹកនៅលើមុខពេលថ្ងៃលើដំទ្រូងហើយពេលរសៀលនៅលើជើងទាំងពីរបានន័យថាមុខគឺសម្ដីល្អថ្ងៃត្រង់គឺចិត្តបវរស្អាតថ្លៃថ្លាហើយនៅខាងជើងគឺដើរទៅតាមផ្លូវដ៏ត្រឹមត្រូវរៀបចំពិធីនោះក៏យើងឃើញមានពិធីមួយទៀតតាមល្បែងប្រជាប្រិយរបស់ខ្មែរយើងមានចោលឈូងបោះអង្គញ់និងពិធីលាក់កន្សែងជាដើមនេះគឺជាពិធីដែលយើងរៀបចំដើម្បីឧទ្ទិសមហាកុសលនេះជូនដល់បុព្វការីជនដែលបានបែកកាយរំលាយខន្ធទៅកាន់លោកនាយផងសន្សំសេចក្តីសុខដល់ខ្លួនឯងនិងក្រុមគ្រួសារផងថ្ងៃទី3រៀបចំពិធីវរៈឡើងស័កបានន័យថាបុត្រធីតាទាំងឡាយរៀបចំសម្អាតកាយាចំពោះព្រះអរហន្តនៅក្នុងផ្ទះកូនក្រាបសំពះឈ្នះអសត្រូវទាំងពួងគឺមេត្តាបិតានិងស្រង់ព្រះពុទ្ធបដិមាជាដើមរួមទាំងព្រះសង្ឃដំណើរទស្សនៈនៃរបស់អ្នកប្រាជ្ញនោះនិយាយថាក្បិលមហាព្រំគឺជាតំណាងឲ្យមេដឹកនាំនៅក្នុងគ្រួសារមេត្តាបិតាហើយដឹកនាំនៅក្នុងសហគមន៍និងសមាគមគឺជាមេដឹកនាំដែលមានធម៌ទាំង4នោះហើយនឹងដឹកនាំប្រទេសឬក៏ដឹកនាំពិភពលោកកាលណាបើយើងកាត់សេរសាក្បិលមហាព្រំយើងដាក់នៅលើសមុទ្រក៏ទឹកគោកដាក់លើភ្នំឬក៏ផែនដីឆេះនោះបានន័យថាអ្នកដឹកនាំទាំងឡាយនោះត្រូវមានធម៌4ប្រការនេះហើយប្រតិបត្តិទាំង7ថ្ងៃដែលមានទេពធីតាខ្មែរយើងនិយមប្រើពណ៌ទាំង7និងទេពធីតា7តំណាងឲ្យ7ថ្ងៃនោះគឺរៀបចំថាមេដឹកនាំទាំងឡាយត្រូវតែមានការយកចិត្តទុកដាក់និងយកធម៌នេះមកដឹកនាំប្រជាពលរដ្ឋនិងសមាជិការបស់ខ្លួនដោយមានមេត្តាធម៌និងព្រហ្មវិហារធម៌នេះទើបបានតជាតជុំសុខដុមរមនានឹងគឺជាពិធីដែលយើងរៀបចំបុណ្យប្រពៃណីខ្មែរដែលមានអត្ថន័យច្រើនទៀតដែលយើងរៀបរាប់ទៅច្រើនក្រៃលែងប៉ុន្តែដោយពេលវេលាមានកំណត់ក៏យើងសង្ខេបថាអត្ថន័យនេះញ៉ាំងឲ្យមានសេរីសួស្តីសុភមង្គលរួមទាំងការចម្រើននៅវប្បធម៌ប្រពៃណីជាតិរបស់ខ្មែរយើងក្នុងពិធីបុណ្យចូលឆ្នាំខ្មែរ
រកចំនៃបាញ់ចុកអោបាញ់ចុកកូនខ្ចីក្នុងព្រៃអោក្នុងព្រៃព្រឹក្សា ស្រកខ្ចីអិនខ្ចង់អោពណ៌ស្រង់លងថ្មីអាឡ័យជាប់ចិត្ត
តាំងពីដូនតាមកតាមខ្ញុំដឹងឃើញដឹងក្តីឡើងឃើញកៃឃើញអីហ្នឹងត្មងណាតែគ្រាន់តែបាត់ទៅជំនាន់ទៅយើងមិនបានត្បាញខ្លួនឯងណាបាត់បង់ហើយហ្នឹង79មកបានចាប់ដើមវិញអញ្ចឹងបើនិយាយពីរឿងចេះវិញចេះតែគ្រប់តែផ្ទះដល់ពេលបច្ចុប្បន្ននេះអត់មានដើមទុនទៅខ្លះរត់ទៅធ្វើរោងចក្រទៅគ្នាអត់ធ្វើបាក់ដែរមិនស្រួលទេខ្ញុំឈ្មោះអាវសុខជឿននៅភូមិក្បាលកោះសកាត់កោះដាច់ខណ្ឌជួយច្បារាជធានីភ្នំពេញហើយមុខរបររបស់ខ្ញុំគឺត្បាញហើយត្បាញនេះគឺខ្ញុំចាប់យកពីត្បាញតាំងពីតូចតាំងពីខ្ញុំអាយុ18ឆ្នាំចេញពីអពតមកម៉េចដោយសារនៅស្រុកយើងនេះអត់មានមុខរបរអីខុសពីត្បាញទេមុខរបររបស់ខ្ញុំនឹងគឺធ្វើឲ្យជីវភាពគ្រួសារខ្ញុំនឹងរីកចម្រើនផ្ទះខ្ញុំនេះក៏ខ្ញុំកសាងឡើងក៏ដោយសារត្បាញដែរចំណេញនេះគឺខ្ញុំចេះពីម៉ែខ្ញុំគឺគាត់ធ្វើត្បាញអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំចេះពីគាត់មកដូចថាមុខរបរយើងអត់មានអីចេញមកដំបូងយើងអត់អញ្ចឹងគឺចាប់អាជីពមានរបស់នឹងរកបានតិចតួចមកត្បាញកោតគឺចេញពីតកៅនាងហើយតកៅនាងហ្នឹងកាលណាយើងចិញ្ចឹមតកៅនាងទៅហើយដល់តកៅនាងមានពងគឺគាត់តុកមាត់គាត់ហ្នឹងរុំពងគាត់ហ្នឹងជាសបុកប៉ិនមេជើងអញ្ចឹងនៅពេលដែលយើងចង់យកសូត្រពីគាត់គឺគេចាប់ម្ដាយអញ្ចឹងគេដាក់ក្នុងទឹកគេដាំទឹកក្តៅហើយគេកុកយកអញ្ចឹងបានចេញទៅជាសូត្របានយកសូត្រហ្នឹងមកដល់ជ្រលក់ជាមួយទឹកក្បង់គូឲ្យស្អាតហើយបានយើងលាយពណ៌ល័ក្ខដែលយើងត្រូវចង់ជ្រលក់ពណ៌អីបានយើងយកទៅអុកល័ក្ខហ្នឹងហើយជ្រលក់ឲ្យចូលអស់ហើយយើងយកទៅដាក់ស្ងោរទៀតដើម្បីឲ្យល័ក្ខហ្នឹងខាំល្អចឹងបានថានៅពេលដែលទីផ្សារយើងមានអ៊ីតាលីនាំចូលមានជប៉ុននាំចូលមានថៃនាំចូលអញ្ចឹងបានធ្វើឲ្យបោះជើងធ្លាក់ម៉ាស៊ីនវាត្បាញមិនស៊ើបចិត្តចង់ដូចយើងទេតែបើយើងដៃមួយគឺមានមោទនៈរបស់យើងបច្ចុប្បន្ននេះពេលសូត្រគឺអាចបាត់បង់នៅសល់តិចបំផុតប្រហែលជានៅសល់តែ 40% អីទេអ្នកសូត្រក្រៅពីហ្នឹងធ្វើសឹងហើយព្រោះសឹងដើមតិចឧទាហរណ៍តែគ្នាមានដើមទុនតែ$100អាចធ្វើបាននៅពេលសូត្រតើតែមានដល់300បានតែផ្ទៃអន្តងឯណាតែចាក់អត់មានទៀតអញ្ចឹងបានជាប្រជាជនយើងងាកបែរទៅធ្វើសឹងវិញដោយសារជើងរស់មកដោយសារត្បាញហ្នឹងហើយដល់អញ្ចឹងបើបាត់បង់ទៅយើងដឹងមានមុខរបរអីទៀតទេចេញពីក្នុងបេះដូងខ្ញុំត្មងគឺខ្ញុំត្បាញគឺចិត្តចង់ដើម្បីអតិថិជននៅពេលដែលយករបស់ខ្ញុំទៅស្លៀកគឺត្រឡប់មកទិញទៀតគឺខ្ញុំនៅមានមោទនភាពរបស់ខ្ញុំអញ្ចឹងថារបស់ខ្ញុំនៅត្បាញលក់បានថ្លៃ
Congratulations to Cambodian Town Inc. for hosting the first virtual Cambodian Town Parade and Culture Festival in Long Beach. Susrei Chamtmai, happy belated New Year, and I hope you had a wonderful Chumban holiday. We are so happy that we are able to enjoy this event virtually and share with you our culture. My team and I were so excited to see the film showcasing Cambodian seal and wanted to share with you another Khmer tradition called the 7 color of the days. Seal fabric in Cambodia have a long history. The practice dates as early as the 1st century. At the time, seal was mostly used by royal family, high-ranking class family, and performers. Khmer people strongly believe that if they practice wearing the 7 colors, it would bring them success, happiness, harmony, healthiness, and good luck. Each color is worn as particular day of the weeks and represent a specific planet or the moon. It's still practiced in parliament, government, royal palace, and important national holiday. Sunday represents the sun and is a red color, brave, bold, with a peep and peep on act. Monday represents the moon and is the orange color, representing equality and equity. Samator and peep smaknia. Tuesday represents Mars. It's a lavender color, representing honest and royalty. Pekadai peep, peep smatra. Wednesday represents Mercury and is a light green color representing justice. Abchikret, Piep Tramtrau, Jotetor. Thursday represents Jupiter is a dark green color representing hope. Piep Sankam, Kadai Sankam. Friday represents Venus. It's the blue color, representing forgiveness, tolerance, and friendliness. Metrai Piep, Meta Piep, Piep Sandah Pranai. Saturday represents Saturn and is a burgundy color, representing calmness. Piep Skap Skap. Thank you all for joining us with family and friends. We hope you have a wonderful day.
Hello, my name is Pratch. I am the co-founder and co-director of the Cambodia Town Film Festival. I am here to congratulate Cambodia Town Inc. on their first virtual parade and cultural festival. It's been a monumental task for everyone to put together such a thing. And if you see all these interviews and all these organizations that are supporting them, it's because that arts needs to thrive and we need to continue on no matter what is the cause and the cases. And let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Pratch, again. I am the co-founder and co-director of the Cambodia Town Film Festival. And my co-director, Kaylee So, couldn't be here with me. And this is our 8th year, and it takes place here in the lovely Art Theater. If you are watching this, you probably might have just missed our festival. Or maybe you have tuned in. We are live this year online from September 16th to the 20th. And if you have missed it, you can still go online and check out some of our panels at the CambodiaTownFilmFestival.com. And we are in Long Beach, California, home to the largest population of Cambodians outside of Southeast Asia. And if you have not visited Cambodia Town, please come. You are more than welcome to join us and go to dine at these Cambodian restaurants, delicious food, and not just Cambodian restaurants, but you have soul food, you have Spanish food, Italian food. All that is the diversity that we have in our city, and that's what I love about it. So come in. You are more than invited, and I encourage that we keep our arts going and continue to talk to each other, and either through social media or phone calls. Call your parents, check up on them, see how they're doing, because we are in the middle of a pandemic. And please socialize, social distance, and take care of each other. So thank you, be safe, and take care. Hello,
my name is Renette. Now I am here at the Rice Academy. Behind us it is a dancing class. They really love to dance because they want to wear our Khmer traditional, and they also want to sell our Khmer culture.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure to recognize a renowned artist, Boran Thieng. He's a rising young artist in Cambodia. We are pleased to feature his work, Blue Apsara painting, throughout our program. Thank you very much.
Chúng tôi số cùng bài bóng ổn cho mà chúng tiến hơi chúng tôi bảo những cứ tiên của đến hay chúng có chỉ chặt có một vị Cambodia sắp ngày chúng nơi tây krong Phnom Penh hay chúng có chỉ nét cùng nụ Apsara sầm nạp càng nhiều teamwork ở krong hàng Cambodia Town Virtual Parade and Culture Festival này phong đại và hay ca cùng nụ được bọc nhóm cứ vì mình phải học lại cái cứ đời xa rồi nụ nhóm lúc nhóm ở miền cũng mò thế hay vì mình phải chuẩn bị mua là hai mua dùm luôn là nhóm một khu mò lúc cứ miền mua là 2 bò muối cứ nhóm trong tục này ấp một cái ao nẹt tê na có miền ca mà mai có trong mà mai tới chỉ một quát trong mà mai tới chỉ một này để quát là lánឬក៏một này nam này để quát trong mà mai chẳng tới và hay nhóm miền cái gì vô miền một là mình thế là trong càng nhiều hàng Cambodia Town Virtual Parade and Culture Festival này quát chưaយកស្នាដៃវត្តរារបស់ខ្ញុំហ្នឹងគាត់យកទៅធ្វើជាការងារស៊ីមើលរបស់ពួកគាត់អរគុណច្រើនតែហើយថាម៉ែបងប្អូនគឺគាត់ចូលរួមបានច្រើនកកក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះហើយនឹងមានភាពសប្បាយរីករាយបាទហើយចុងក្រោយនេះខ្ញុំសូមជូនពរពួកម៉ែបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្រប់ទីកន្លែងជាពិសេសនៅ Cambodia Town នេះតែម្ដងឲ្យពួកគាត់រីករាយសប្បាយក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះរកស៊ីប្រកបប្រកបទទួលទានមានបានហើយនឹងសំខាន់បំផុតគឺសុខភាពល្អសុខភាពសំខាន់មែនទែនបាទសូមអរគុណគ្រប់ពីព្រេង
Congratulations to Cambodia Town on your first virtual Parade and Culture Festival. In 2016, I was working and going to school full-time. I wanted to be involved in the community, but I didn't have the time to volunteer or the resources to contribute. As a result, I established CNOW, which stands for Cambodians Networking Our World. Our mission is to inform, connect, and engage the Cambodian community. Our platform is a free service for anyone who wants to share information about their activities, events, or services. We also feature original articles spotlighting people who make a difference in people's lives or the community. Most importantly, we honor our veterans. Our most notable engagement was when we hosted an art contest on our page for Cambodian Coordinating Council within weeks of launching our Facebook page. AJ won the contest and his artwork was featured on the cover of the 2016 souvenir booklet, in which 1,000 copies were printed and distributed at the Cambodian New Year Park celebration in April of that year. In addition, he designed 6 Khmer stickers that he introduced at the park celebration. He sold out all the stickers he had and had to print a couple thousand more the following week, which sold out within 24 hours. With the success of the Khmer stickers, AJ donated countless to various organizations for their fundraisings. He also donated some to a monastery at Wat Ko Kampong Cham. The young monks there were the first people in Cambodia to have his stickers. I admire and appreciate AJ because he uses his talent and products to help others. Meet AJ.
Hey guys, AJ Tuts here, local Cambodian American artist, born and raised here in Long Beach, California. So 4 years ago, I chanced upon a meeting with See Now, who recommended that I participate in a Cambodian creative design contest. And I chose to illustrate my own Japanese manga inspired creative spin on Hanuman. I was fortunate enough to be selected to win, and my cover was chosen for their publication, and for that I'm truly grateful. Ever since then, I was able to meet a plethora of political organizers, students, community leaders, and various Cambodian organizations all throughout the nation. And for that, I'm so very truly grateful. Had it not been for them, I would not have been able to get my primary focus, Japanese anime designs, my illustrations, out to my own people here in the community and here nationwide. So Julie Daniels of See Now, Monram Neth of Cambodia Town, thank you so much, and I wish everyone well during these difficult times. Thank you.
We at the Lotus Festival Planning Committee congratulates the Cambodia Town Inc. for hosting this first virtual parade and cultural festival in 2020. The Lotus Festival is a community-based event. It was organized by the Asian Pacific American community leaders in 1972 to showcase the people and cultures of the Asia Pacific region, and also to recognize the contribution and participation of this community in our larger society. Every year we have a host country selected from among the countries in the Asia Pacific region, and during the time we showcase the dances, the food, the culture of that country. So we would like to promote our Lotus Festival 2021, scheduled for July 10 and 11, 2021, showcasing the people and culture of Cambodia. We wish all Cambodians in the United States and all over the world, and the Cambodians back home in Cambodia, a belated Happy New Year and Chumben holidays.
Next, I would like to present to you Jamrieng Som Bong Komproi, and to bring back Committee Chair Mr. Charles Uk to announce the Amateur Singing Contest winner. Next, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our committee chair, Richard San, to acknowledge and thank all our sponsors.
I have a great privilege to recognize and to thank all our sponsors for their continuous support and generosity. Because of them, Cambodia Town Inc. continues to fulfill its missions. Vice-Mayor Dee Andrews, Councilman Andrews, Supervisor Janice Hall, Port of Long Beach, Southern California Artisans, Blue Shields, Arts Council for Long Beach, Johnny Real Estate Inc., Cambodia Town Film Festival, First Choice Banks, Carson Honda, Cambodia California Sister States, First Cambodia Company Limited, Philip and Dara Tong Family Trust, Tong, Wu, Wong and Lee CPAs, Long Beach Transits, and Walmart.
ខ្ញុំបាទសូមជម្រាបសួរម្ដងទៀតឥឡូវនេះគឺជាពេលវេលាដ៏សមរម្យនឹងប្រកាសលទ្ធផលនៃការប្រឡងជាដំបូងខ្ញុំបាទសូមប្រកាសអ្នកដែលជាប់ជ័យលាភីលេខ3ដែលទទួលពិន្ទុសរុប113គឺអ្នកនាងណាន់សុកច័ន្ទលក្ខិណានៅក្រុង Fontana California ហើយជ័យលាភីទី2បានទទួលពិន្ទុសរុប125គឺលោកម៉ាសេរីរ៉តមកពីស្រុកស្ទឹងត្រង់ខេត្តកំពង់ចាមនៃព្រះរាជអាណាចក្រកម្ពុជាហើយអ្នកចុងក្រោយទទួលពិន្ទុសរុប128គឺលោកឋានប៊ុនធឿនដែលមកពីស្រុកមង្គលបុរីខេត្តឧត្តរមានជ័យនៃព្រះរាជអាណាចក្រកម្ពុជាសូមអបអរដល់បេក្ខជនទាំង3រូបដែលបានទទួលជ័យលាភីក្នុងកម្មវិធីប្រឡងចម្រៀងតាមរយៈ Facebook ដែលរៀបចំដោយ Cambodian Town សូមជម្រាបថាជ័យលាភីនឹងបានផ្ដល់ដល់បេក្ខជនទាំង3រូបក្រុងខ្មែរតាមចំនួនដែលបានរៀបចំទុកមុននឹងបញ្ចប់កម្មវិធីខ្ញុំបាទក៏សូមបិទទោសនៅការខុសឆ្គងខ្វះខាតនៅទង្វើណាមួយដោយអចេតនាទន្ទឹមគ្នានេះក៏សូមគោរពអញ្ជើញលោកអនុប្រធានទី1លោកណេតម៉ូណូព្រមទាំងមានប្រយោគទាំង4មានពាក្យពេចន៍អ្វីសម្រាប់ក្នុងកម្មវិធីប្រឡងចម្រៀងនេះបាទសូមអញ្ជើញគោរពលោកអនុប្រធានទី1លោកណេតម៉ូណូរំ
ជំរាបសួរ On behalf of Cambodian Town Board of Directors, I'd like to thank Mr. Charles Oak for leading this historic event with the singing contest. And thanks to 4 judges, Dr. Nat Kai from Florida, His Excellency Bovnat Yus from California, Mr. Parody Nim from Colorado, and Mrs. Pon from Minnesota for lending their expertise to help us set up the guideline and judges the contestant. We wanted to have transparency and avoid favoritism, and that's why we get 4 judges that were not local but spread throughout the country. I thank the contestants for their participation. We had many contestants from various states and also from Cambodia. Our goal was to connect our people and celebrate our rich culture, and I believe we did that with this first ever virtual Cambodian Town Parade and Culture Festival for this amateur singing contest. Again, congratulations to the winners, and we look forward to have more participation next year. Thank you.
បាទសូមម្ដងទៀតសូមអរគុណចំពោះអស់លោកស្រីប្រិយមិត្តទាំងអស់ដែលបានចូលរួមជាពិសេសបេក្ខជនបេក្ខនារីដែលបានចូលរួមនៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីរបស់យើងការប្រឡងចម្រៀងជាមិនមែនអ្នកក្រៅអាជីពបាទអញ្ចឹងការវិនិច្ឆ័យរបស់ខ្ញុំទាំងអស់គ្នាមានការលំបាកចំពោះអ្នកអាជីពនិងមិនមែនអាជីពប៉ុន្តែគេមានរូលរបស់គេរបស់ខ្ញុំសូមជូនពរដល់អ្នកដែលបានជាប់ហើយបានជោគជ័យនៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះ3រូបចូលបានជោគជ័យក៏សូមអភ័យទោសចំពោះបេក្ខជនបេក្ខនារីដែលមិនបានជាប់ដែរដូច្នេះសូមសង្ឃឹមថាយើងនឹងបានជួបគ្នានៅឆ្នាំក្រោយៗទៀតចុងក្រោយគឺសូមជូនពរបាទដល់អស់លោកស្រីប្រិយមិត្តទាំងអស់តាមបណ្ដាញ Facebook និងសកលលោកជួបតែពុទ្ធពរទាំង4ប្រការគឺអាយុវណ្ណៈសុខៈពលៈកំបីគ្លៀងគ្លៀឡើយសូមអរគុណនិងសូមអរគុណបាទ
បាទជំរាបសួរសាជាថ្មីជាដំបូងខ្ញុំសូមណែអនុមោទនភាពបាទសូមសរសើរទទួលស្គាល់នៅអ្នកចម្រៀងទាំង3ដែលបានប្រឡងជាប់ជាជ័យលាភីបាទគឺដោយប្អូនទាំងអស់បងទាំងអស់មានទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងធ្វើការណែជួយឧបត្ថម្ភបានឱកាសនឹងមានក្នុងការប្រឡងចម្រៀងនឹងហើយខ្ញុំក៏មានមោទនភាពដល់គុណពួកដែរដែលបានមកធ្វើជានៃប្រយោគនេះដែរគឺដោយយល់ថាអ្វីដែលជាសំខាន់ទៅលើកតម្កើងសិល្បៈវប្បធម៌របស់ខ្មែរយើងខ្ញុំក៏សម្រេចចិត្តចូលរួមក្នុងកម្មវិធីដែលធ្វើជាជាចៅក្រមហ្នឹងបាទខ្មែរទៅតែចៅក្រមបាទដូច្នេះសូមសរសើរបងអូនទាំង3ហ្នឹង3នាក់ហ្នឹងឲ្យបានទទួលនៅជ័យលាភីហ្នឹងហើយសូមអំពាវនាវដល់បងប្អូនទាំងអស់បងទាំងអស់ដែលអត់បានប្រឡងជាប់ហ្នឹងហើយនឹងខំច្រៀងខំធ្វើបទពិសោធន៍ថែមទៀតទៅដើម្បីទៅថ្ងៃមុខកម្មវិធីដែលប្រឡងជារឿងនឹងមានតទៅទៀតដូច្នេះអ្នកដែលមិនទាន់ជាប់ហ្នឹងនឹងអាចមានសមត្ថភាពប្រឡងម្ដងទៀតបានបាទដូច្នេះគ្មានអ្វីទេគឺតែជាទីបញ្ចប់សូមជូនពរអ្នកដែលជាប់ទាំង3នាក់ហ្នឹងឲ្យជួបតែពុទ្ធពរទាំង5ប្រការគឺអាយុវណ្ណៈសុខៈពលៈនិងបដិភារៈកុំបីឃ្លានទៀតឡើយសូមអរគុណបាទ
ជំរាបសួរអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នា My name is Vanak Kao. I have the opportunity to be a judge. Thank you for the opportunity. I congratulate of all the winners and for those who enter in this contest. I wish you the very best in your future endeavor. Thank you for the opportunity to participate in your contest and to be the judge of your contest. Thank you.
បាទពេលវេលាក៏បានមកដល់ទីបញ្ចប់ហើយខ្ញុំបាទក៏សូមគោរពលាសម្ដេចឯកឧត្តមលោកអុកញ៉ាលោកជំទាវព្រមទាំងប្រិយមិត្តទាំងអស់នៅក្នុងបណ្ដាញ Facebook និងក៏សូមជូនពរសូមអស់លោកទាំងអស់ទទួលបានតែសេចក្តីសុខសប្បាយជារៀងរហូតសូមលំអរកាយគោរពលាសូមអរគុណ
Please be sure to connect with us on social media through Cambodia Town Facebook page and by liking this video on YouTube. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. By doing so, you can be updated immediately whenever we post. Thank you very much. Please join us in thanking our sponsors, advertisers, and generous donors who are supporting this event. We deeply appreciate each of you for your continued support, and a million thanks to Satir San, Monoromnet, Rong B, committee members, board of directors, and all volunteers for all their hard work, dedication, devotion to make today's event possible. Thank you very much. Last, our special recognition and thanks to the director of this virtual program, which consists of production from Cambodia and US, Robert Carlton, Brian Ponce of Akara Films, and the production team in Cambodia, Sochan Lara, Nguyen Pali, and Sokchan Radio. Thank you very much.